Floresville.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
It is opening day in Major League Baseball, and the reigning World Series champion Texas Rangers open up the season at home against the Chicago Cubs. First pitch, 6:35. You can catch that game on San Antonio's ESPN 1250 at 6 o'clock. Astros open up the season at home against the New York Yankees. First pitch there set for 3:10, and it's Sweet 16 time as well. The Blitz from Las Vegas starts right now.
This Sports Center update is brought to you by Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix, live in Las Vegas. Circa Las Vegas, Sweet 16, opening day of Major League Baseball. Our studio today is better than yours.
Better than anybody's. Yeah, it's an incredible studio. I'm looking here, all the baseball that's about to kick off. Or pitch, whatever.
Opening day.
You know what I'm talking
First
about.
Pitch.
It's
Kickoff
about to happen.
is a football
and we
term.
can watch it right here. Cardinals-Dodgers coming up. I'm glad they've got that up there.
Are you kidding?
Beautiful.
Astros, Yankees.
Beautiful.
Yes, and then, of course, later on tonight, you've got the Texas Rangers, the defending World Series champions, in all the Sweet 16. We are at the pool at Circa Las Vegas, Stadium Swim, and we're doing you all a solid on our YouTube channel. Go to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. We've got what we call Swim Cam, right?
Yes.
Swim Cam. And now if you think about, or if you Google image, or if you've been to Circa Las Vegas, Stadium Swim is many levels. We're in one of the cabanas at the top level, minus the bottle service that normally comes with these things, unfortunately. But
well, that could happen later.
They did give us some lovely waters, but it's still early. Hell, it's noon here in Las Vegas. I know 2 o'clock back in at San Antonio, but there is no better place for a day like today when you think about the basketball opening day of Major League Baseball. And I know, and I work in sports, so I've kind of gotten away from it, but, it's such a special day, opening day, where you would, not go to school because you'd be able to watch all the day games, and you take that day and you just enjoy it. It's a requirement to have a hot dog on a day like today. You've got to get some Cracker Jacks. You've got to do some traditional baseball things. Today should be a national holiday.
Well, and speaking of traditional baseball things, Greg Maddox threw out the first pitch today. The Hall of Famer, that's who I'm talking about. Threw out the first pitch today. And not only that, Jason, Frank Thomas was in the house.
Now, Frank Thomas is that's a large dude, right?
He's huge.
He looks like he could still play.
Yes.
Greg Maddox does not. Although that said, Greg Maddox, when he was playing, didn't actually look like a player. Somebody sent me a tweet earlier today with a picture of Greg and his kids, and it was like, look, take your kids to the ballpark and dress like a baseball player day. And we can't cover up swim cam.
A little
windy here. People get mad when you cover up swim cam. You can't do that. They're looking for the scenery. Although I will say I did see somebody earlier, and you don't want to see that on camera. But when you look at it, we
have entertainment.
We work with some idiots.
Yes.
We really do. That's actually our boss. Her name is Morgan. When you hear us complaining, or not complaining, when you hear us talking about Morgan, she's out here, and just because there's a camera, she just, and she works in radio. There's other radio stations here, and she's just walking up to people on the air. Hey, how you doing? Where you from? Like, we're in radio. You have to know better.
No, it's fine. They're having a great time.
They are having a great time.
And so are we, quite frankly. Got in late last night and had some fun at the tables, and but looking forward to this. And I tell you, just to briefly describe this thing, we're up on an upper level a little bit, and there's a pool right in front of us, another pool on my left, and then you go down for the main pool area, but there's also couches and what do you call it, recliners, and stuff where you can watch the games. And there's a casino down here as well in the corner of Stadium Swim.
I have at that casino over there, the blackjack tables they have over there. Paid for an entire trip here.
Nice.
Now, and it was crazy because I was not having a good day at the tables last August when I stayed here at Circa Las Vegas, to the point where, my wife was like, well, I'm going to the pool and you probably should go too, right? Because you suck at this today. And so we go over there and I say, well, there's blackjack tables there. I will go over there and play. And it paid for the weekend.
Good.
Playing blackjack there. Well, last night I gave all of that back and then some.
Yeah, I've got some work to do too to catch up a little bit. Yes.
Well, I'm actually I don't know that I'm up because I did not do well last night. My wife didn't do well at blackjack. She went to a slot machine and all of a sudden, she had $750 and I was like, well, cool.
That's what happens with those slot machines. You never know. They can rob you or they can reward you. It's always nice when they reward you. But I tell you what, the hospitality here, Jason, has been off the chain. They're taking great care of us, and boy, I tell you, it's just a lot of fun. We need to find a way to do the show every day from right here at Stadium Swim at Circa Las Vegas.
Every day?
Yeah, every day.
Every day.
Sure.
Every day. Who likes to work for free? Because that's what it would end up being.
Exactly.
Now,
we pay to work.
I could easily see us doing this on a very regular basis and bring listeners with us. In fact, if you are in Las Vegas, and if you're listening on 94.1 right now, I know you're not, but maybe you know some people that are. But we've told people, or you're coming out later tonight or in the morning. We are at Stadium Swim at Circa Las Vegas. And generally speaking, there is a fee to get in here to the pool area. But if you walk up to the Cabana check-in area and say you're with San Antonio Sports Star, you get in absolutely free. You get one of those fancy wristbands, and they just let you walk right on in. So if your friends are out here, or if you're in the groups that have said, hey, we're going to be there, and I think there's a lot of people on the late afternoon and 9 o'clock flight tonight that are heading this way. That's the deal. We're in Cabana 2 at Stadium Swim, but all you have to do is at the Cabana check-in area is tell them you're with San Antonio Sports Star, and you will get a free wristband, and you get to come hang out with us here at the pool at Circa Las Vegas Stadium Swim, and the games are on. And it's incredible when you look at and think about the screens that they have here. Now, this is the Rue Pub on steroids. With the size of the screen here. And it just always amazed me that even in the day, how beautiful those screens are, how easy. Like I can barely see my computer screen, but I can see those big old TVs over there.
Crystal clear, and it's incredible. I mean, we're a long way from that montage of screens there, and you see it perfectly. And the other thing that's great about this, I can look over here on the board, and it's telling me the lines, and you can actually see them move in real time. Like, for example, North Carolina, Alabama tonight. That line has fluctuated between 4.5 and 5 in the last hour and a half since we've been sitting here and setting up and getting ready for the show. It's just so cool. This is one of those things that you just need to see.
Well, and the line that I've been looking at is that UConn-San Diego State game that's later tonight. And right now, looking at the board, it's UConn minus 12, right?
Right, yes.
It was 10.5 earlier. Mm-hmm. Now it's the 12. Both of those teams play great defense. 12 just seems like such a big number, right? Especially the way both of those teams play. Scoring in that game likely to be a premium. Yet, UConn, what was one of the prop bets, they're going to win every game by double digits and right to a national championship. 12? Man, and this is Vegas. Because I'm like, well, San Diego State, they're not going to win. But they might cover 12.
So I take it you're going to have some money on San Diego State.
Well, not yet. I mean, I got a long time to see where that line is going to go. But, it's interesting when you watch the lines. But, the way those two teams play defense, 12 just seems like such a big number.
Well, it does. And to your point, the total is only 136.5.
Yeah.
And so you're right. It should be a good defensive struggle.
It'd feel like, an 8-point win would feel like a blowout the way those two teams play defense.
So that's going to be interesting. And, of course, the Sweet 16 is a little bit later tonight. So we'll have some time to watch the board and then decide what we want to do. I'm still in love with Illinois. They're getting 1.5 points from Iowa State. That's the nightcap tonight. It's the final game. That's the one that everybody's bitching about on the East Coast because it doesn't start till 10 o'clock out on the East Coast. So everybody's upset about that.
But they should all be with us in Vegas.
It starts at 7 o'clock here, so I'm perfectly fine with it.
You might not even see that one.
Right, yes.
You might not even see that one. What an incredible day. Opening day of Major League Baseball. Sweet 16 action. The Rangers game will be over on ESPN AM 1250 later tonight after we get off the air. Nationally televised, the defending world champions on ESPN television. The Sweet 16 games will start as soon as we go off the air here from Las Vegas on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. So we've got you covered for all the radio play-by-play action that is happening tonight. Now, you think about win totals, where the lines are. Very interesting when you start looking at some of the NFL lines. Cowboys, where are they? As predicted right now with their wonderful roster or not. We'll go over NFL totals coming up and more from Circa Las Vegas here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
We wish y'all were all here in Las Vegas with us, but if you're not and you can't make it, I'm going to tell you where the next best thing to Las Vegas is. It's the Big Blind. It is Las Vegas-like in every single way. In fact, it is the premier poker room in San Antonio. If you haven't been to the Big Blind, why not? You need to get there. It is something else. I've been to a lot of poker rooms in San Antonio, and none of them, quite frankly, don't even compare to the Big Blind. It's an upscale environment, caters to players from all abilities. They have daily cash games, weekly and monthly tournaments. You can actually celebrate the spirit of poker at the Big Blind. And look, it's good because, it's from the owners of the Roo Pub and the Angry Elephant. They offer food and beverage served directly to your table, a full bar called the Railbird Bar. And I'm looking at a picture of that on Facebook, and, the bar's pretty, but there's also some scenery standing around the bar that's pretty as well. It's the Big Blind. It is the place to be. Get by there and check it out. You know exactly where it is. It's right there by the Roo Pub and the Angry Elephant on 281 and Redland Road.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is your home for college basketball's national championship.
On their way to their 12th national title game.
68 teams, Sweet 16, Elite 8, the Final Four. One winner takes all. Hear it all on your home for March Madness. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, presented by Westwood One.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
San Antonians love a good party, and the Valero Texas Open is one you don't want to miss. Enjoy food, drinks, and the world's best PGA Tour pros as they tee it up at TPC San Antonio. Proceeds help us continue a long-standing tradition of giving back to our community. So buy tickets on ValeroTexasOpen.com and join us April 4th through the 7th.
George gets justice. In life's most challenging moments, getting the right help matters most if you've been injured. Get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. With a track record of success and a dedication to their clients, George gets justice. George Salinas Injury Lawyers is not just a law firm. They're your support system. Get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers today at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Rizep, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Public health is more than just healthcare. While a doctor treats individuals, public health looks at the health of a community. At Metro Health, we research the risk of illness and take action to stop the spread of infectious diseases. We introduce prevention and early detection activities that help individuals enjoy healthier lives. We protect against environmental health hazards. Metro Health collaborates with community partners to improve health outcomes because we are all public health. Celebrate National Public Health Week with us. Learn more at sa.gov/health.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
When it's time for the March Mania brackets to bust wide open. As I was saying, it's mad. The Mania of March at BetUS.com is all about those buzzer beat bonus offers. And when the madness starts and Cinderella man steps onto the BetUS always has your back with back-to-back 125% sign-up bonuses on your first 3 deposits and even 10% gambler's insurance. BetUS.com Sportsbook and Casino, where the game... Join today. BetUS Sportsbook and Casino, where the game begins.
San Antonio, get ready for Car Fest, April 5th through the 7th at the Freeman Expo Hall. Enjoy a car show, driver workshops, entertainment, plus the chance to win a free car. And the best part, admission is free. Learn more at carfestsa.org.
Check out the Jim Rome Show, weekdays at noon.
If you're San Antonio, there are benefits that come along with it. I will cut you to the front of the line. We're going to hike the return.
On 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1, a San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Maddox. Live at Circa, Las Vegas on this opening day of Major League Baseball. A Sweet 16 round gets underway tonight as the tournament continues. It's a lot of fun, and I'm telling you, make sure you're following at Joe Reinagle 210, at Jason Maddox, at SA Sports Star on the socials. Especially the stories, a lot of stuff ending up there. We have figured out how to do reels, and I say we, Morgan knows how to do that. So we've had reels that I
nice.
I have no idea.
I didn't know that.
I got a message. You did a reel. I said, I didn't do anything. Morgan did. And, so yeah, lots of stuff on the social. So make sure you're following all of that. And it's easy. It's all the same for all of them. At Joe Reinagle 210, at Jason Maddox, at SA Sports Star. One of the comments, because we talked with Frank Thomas earlier today, the legend. Now, he's here at Circa, obviously, celebrity. He's got his own vodka. Not that we got a sample of the vodka, but they were doing some Bloody Marys early this morning. Somebody asked, did we get any samples? I thought they were saying no. I thought you guys knew about his vodka. Apparently you didn't. You thought it was a sample of the stuff that he's on TV for.
Oh, yeah, Nugenics.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah, well, it wouldn't hurt to have a sample of that, or two. I mean, you never know.
Sure.
Sometimes you need a little help.
That's the crazy thing. I mean, that's a guy that doesn't look like he needs the assist, but, as he says in the commercial. I mean, and it's nuts because what I find interesting, it kind of feels like more people are talking to them about that than baseball. Like, what do you know this guy for? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Well, that's true. And we got something on Twitter, right? Earlier, yeah. Some guy saying, was he handing those out? And so it's funny because, the guy does those commercials. Who's the other guy in there?
Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie. That's the guy I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
He does those too. Now, he looks like he could probably use a little help.
Well, Well, no, hell, I saw Doug Flutie's band. He's a drummer in a band.
Really?
That played at one of the Super Bowl parties, at one of the rooftop parties in Miami.
Okay.
And it was a hell of a party until a rainstorm ended the whole thing, and then we all ended up at a bar. It was kind of interesting, but literally somebody said, we're standing around and they're doing the opening pitch there in the sports book, and is that the Nugenics guy? And I thought, dude, that is
Frank Thomas.
And it's like, how do some people not know? Like the other day at the Golf Club of Texas for our big golf tournament on Monday, guy asked us, who's the most famous guy you've ever interviewed? Yeah, Roger Staubach. Who?
He didn't know who Roger Staubach was.
I wanted to. Oh my goodness!
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That he did. Well, to his defense, he was a younger guy and he's not from Texas.
Well, does
But
that matter?
still, no,
I mean, he
it
said he
doesn't
was
matter.
like 35 or something.
It doesn't matter. I mean, how do you not know who Roger Staubach is?
Yeah.
And he couldn't even pronounce his name, which really pissed me off.
Yeah,
So.
it was. Because I mean, honestly, of all the people that we've been fortunate enough to talk to through the years doing this job, Roger Staubach, even though the guy knows my name, which freaks me out because I've interviewed him many, many, many times, I'm nervous around him and Michael Jordan. Most other people I don't really get nervous around, but those two. And that guy didn't even know who Roger was.
I was a nervous wreck first time I interviewed Michael Jordan. That was just like, oh, my goodness. I'm actually standing here in front of this guy asking him questions. And so that was pretty incredible. But Roger Staubach's another one of those guys. And, even Emmitt Smith, when you interview him and guys like that, Bruce Smith, when we were out here for the Super Bowl, that was a cool interview. And just the legends of the game. And a lot of fun.
Well, that's it. I mean, but there's nervous and there's, excited to get to talk to. Like, Troy Aikman. If my daughter had 21 appendages, that name would have been Troy.
Yeah.
Troy David, TD Minix, and instead it's Erica because she only has 10 fingers and 10 toes.
Yes.
You can figure out the 21st.
You call that an appendage? I mean, I'm just wondering. I've never heard it described that way. An appendage.
I'm not really sure, but I used to say, when Joanna was pregnant, well, what do you want? I want a boy. I want 10 fingers, 10 toes, and a. And I didn't get that. You know what I mean. So you just kind of roll with it, right?
Exactly. Oh man, out here at Circa, Las Vegas, at Stadium Swim. If you're watching on YouTube, you see the shot we have of the pool. Now we're actually in a cabana right here by the pool, which is so nice. And I would imagine to get one of these is pretty hard, and it probably costs you a penny.
It's not hard. It's expensive, though.
Right,
yes.
Yeah. But it's perfect because you got a pool right in front of you. And I feel bad for that lifeguard over there, dude. I'll be honest with you. He's been standing there all morning.
Well, they've rotated it out.
No, they have.
But now, though, he does have a job because, my wife is the only one in the pool.
Now, I wonder if, do you draw the short stick to get that one?
I mean, that's a good question. That's a great question because, we know they're all well trained, right? But do they rotate? Are they like dealers, or
I bet they are.
Yeah, you just kind of rotate through. So this is kind of your break, But they're so attentive because literally the guy not on his phone, not he's watching the water the whole time.
Well, and he's staring at your wife now.
Yeah.
I mean, make sure she doesn't.
See, I would have a hard time because I'm looking at these games. I mean, we literally have baseball underway. We have the Angels with a 1-0 lead on Baltimore.
Dude, I got to say something though, because I've been coming to Las Vegas for many, many years, and I saw something last night I've never seen before. We're sitting at the blackjack table. The dealer comes, a new one comes up to relieve her.
Uh-huh.
And as she goes away, she steps up on a
stage.
podium
She
and
dances.
starts dancing.
Yeah, she's.
I've never seen that before.
Well, you got to come downtown more often.
I guess so.
You got to come downtown more often.
I was like, damn.
Well, you notice that most of the dealers are very attractive and
Yes. Very friendly.
very, very friendly, and And they deal and then they dance. Deal
and dance.
Well, it's all, and there's a double D theme to that. You know what I mean? But yes, that is going on. So,
wow.
Yeah.
I had never seen that before in all my times coming to Las Vegas.
Well, and the crazy thing is Joe was playing free bet for the first time.
First time.
And
I'm not sure I like it.
Well, because it kicked your ass.
Well, it did.
You know
what kicked my ass was the 22 that you just get a push.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
but you had a chance and you were splitting stuff because you can do that with free bet because why not? It's free.
Yes.
That's the point of it. But, splitting aces and winning those, that's pretty damn cool.
Well, it is cool. But, I mean, you're splitting things that you wouldn't otherwise, right? Like fours.
Well.
Yeah. And so, but you're doing it because you can and why not? I mean, it's free. So, I don't know. It was a lot of fun last night. Looking forward to getting back out there again tonight to, get all my money back.
Are you kidding? I mean, you got run ruled last night.
I did, man. I did.
even when it's time to walk away.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'm down here. It is. All right. Screw it. I shouldn't do this, but here's some more money. Give me some more. I'm buying back in.
I did it like a fool.
And just, Well,
when you're
thing a room is free.
Enjoying the atmosphere and the drinks are flowing and you're kind of bulletproof. And that's what happened last night. A lot of fun though. And the folks here have just been fantastic.
Yeah. Circa's
been great.
Circa's a great spot.
Yes.
And one of the cool things, while it's opening day of Major League Baseball, we got the tournament that does continue tonight. Looking at NFL totals and what I find interesting, so the best records with win totals, 11.5, and that's the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the 49ers, right? And hard to argue with any of those three, right? Cowboys, though, are at 10.5. Now, weren't they 9.5 last year?
I believe they were.
They were 9.5 last year about this time, and they won 12 games. Every analyst out there tells us the Cowboys roster is much worse right now than it was at the end of the season when they got thumped by the Green Bay Packers. We also always go with the phrase, Vegas knows. Now, what does Vegas know here where they've got a higher win total this year than last year with a worse roster? Are they, and they're generally pretty damn accurate. Are they trying to get sucker bets? Because last year, my prediction was the Cowboys would go 10-7, and they ended up going 12-5. This year, I wouldn't put a bet on that right now because I want to see how the rest of this roster fills out. But are the Vegas insiders looking at what Jerry and Steven have been trying to tell us? Our young players are going to step up. All those guys that left, we've got people that are ready to take their spot.
Well, they're looking at that. You look at the schedule. You figure the NFC East is not going to be a powerhouse probably again this year. Look, I would if bet on that today, I'd take the under. I would take the under, thinking about 9-10 games for the Cowboys at this point in time. So it will be interesting to see how that fluctuates depending on what they do or don't do as we get closer to the season and what they do in the draft and how that all plays out and comes through. But all of those things are so interesting, and you're absolutely right. Las Vegas usually is spot on when it comes to stuff like that.
Well, and keep in mind, as they're coming up with win totals, while we don't know the schedule yet, that has not come out. We know who their road opponents are going to be. We know who their home opponents are going to be. And, you love the term that Brian Baldinger used with us at Super Bowl Radio Row. They played a bunch of tomato cans, right? But at the same time now, you look at it and say, they're looking at who those opponents are going to be and determining win-loss based on current rosters for not only the Cowboys, but their opponents. And I just find it interesting that it's at 10.5. 8.5, man, and again, I don't put these things together. We'll talk to a guy that does coming up here in a bit. But if I'm trying to just rake in money, but I gotta put my risk assessment to it, I'd almost have gone 8.5. And seeing how many Cowboy fans, they'll win more than 8. I'm going over. Or does Vegas realize, yeah, they are going to go over 8.5. So, they're trying to make money. Kind of what's that break even or where profitability line or whatever business term you want to use?
Well, they want to break even. Yeah, basically, right? And win a little on either side. And we just call that, my dad used to call it juice.
Yeah.
Right? Because you bet 110 to win 100. So if you lose, you're paying 110. You win, you get 100. So the house has similar rules, and they're making plenty of money. I mean, you don't build monitors and screens like that if you're not raking in some cash.
Yeah, they're doing all right.
I think they're doing fine.
They're doing all right. They're doing all right.
Yeah.
But I'd like to get some of Derek Stevens' money before we walk out of this place.
I would too.
Yes.
And I don't think you'd mind that.
No, not at all. Great guy. Great guy. Fun
Now
talking
call
to him.
Shohei and get a credit line.
Well, his interpreter anyway. I mean, who knows? We got some news on that, too. We'll get into
yes.
Coming up here in a bit as the Blitz is live in Las Vegas. You're on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. If you're watching on YouTube, we do have the swim camera up, so you can watch Stadium Swim and see the action here. You kind of see what we're looking at with that extra camera that we brought along with us here to Circa, Las Vegas. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. If you need to go to the dentist, if it's been a while since you've been to the dentist, I want to tell you about my dentist, Dr. Smith, over at Smile Structured Dentistry and Braces. He's been my dentist for a number of years, and he does fantastic work, which is why I continue to go back to him, even if I've got long periods of time in between visits, which I've done. And he doesn't give me a lot of crap about whatever. He, does the work and, make sure I'm in good shape. Now, if you've got a dentist who has said, hey, you need to do this, hey, you need to do that, and you're not really sure, go see Dr. Smith and get a second opinion on all that additional work. He can handle all your dentistry needs, from general dentistry to oral surgery. You need any kind of emergency situation, obviously go see him. Cleaning, whitening, crowns, fillings, dental implants, wisdom teeth extraction. Dr. Smith does it all. Orthodontics. If you need, if you're an adult wanting to do Invisalign like I'm doing right now, go see Dr. Smith. They've got a special on Invisalign. Plus, right now, you can get a free exam and x-rays when you mention me in 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Medicaid and all PPO insurance is accepted, and they offer a dental savings plan if you don't have dental insurance. Smile Structured Dentistry and Braces, veteran owned and operated, and they offer discounts to uninsured veterans. They do have 5 San Antonio area locations. Learn more, book your appointment online. Go to the website, smilestructure.com. That's smilestructure.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with Rob and RJ.
Friday on the Morning Huddle. Congratulations, you made it. Are your brackets intact? Is Connecticut headed the right way? Did Bama do it? What about Cyclones? We'll cover everything that happened and look forward to another spectacular night.
Plus, the Spurs are back in action tonight. Can they win 3 in a row for the first time this season? Also, what'd you do on opening day? We'll discuss at 6 a.m.
That Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right?
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Ooh, pass me the intercom thingy.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Don't pay for water, pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods.
Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Ulta Beauty's semi-annual beauty event is happening now. Unleash your love for beauty with 50% off daily beauty steals on hair, skin, makeup, and fragrance. Shop your favorite brands like Tarte and Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. Plus, grab perfect hair care pairs from brands like Redken and Olaplex. And check out new arrivals from brands like Charlotte Tilbury and Dyson. Shop the Ulta Beauty semi-annual beauty event online, in-store, or try pickup today. Now through March 28th. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful. Conditions apply.
Hard work, dedication, and dreams. These are the keystones of success. But easily filing your taxes with TurboTax and Credit Karma doesn't hurt either. And getting your max refund guarantee definitely doesn't hurt. But let others think you did a lot of hard work to file your taxes when in reality, it was a walk in the park. No, you literally filed while walking your dog in the park. Winner! because some key info is pre-filled for you so you can file quickly and confidently like the boss that you are. So give yourself the peace of mind that comes with getting expert help, because you're going places. Let's go. And make tax season feel like it's award season with easy filing. Yeah! Know that you're backed by the leading tax preparer, TurboTax, and we'll show you all your filing options up front so there are no surprises. Feel accomplished and confident that your taxes are done right. File an Intuit Credit Karma today. Ah, yeah. Expert help not available with all products. Guarantee details available at turbotax.com/guarantees.
World Championship Boxing is coming to San Antonio. Freddie Roach, legendary trainer of rising star Gio Cabrera, will be headlining the boxing event of the year at the Boeing Tech Port Arena. Stars like Justin Figueroa, Shariah Moreau, along with several Texas fighters, are set to light up the ring. Don't miss this epic showdown, Saturday, March 30th. Doors open at 5 p.m. Get your tickets now at dmpboxing.com or call 210-600-3699 for details. Brought to you by Everlast, Quintana Rum, and Desi Martinez Promotions.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
At Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, there's something that binds us all, the collective goal to transcend the ordinary. Introducing the all-new Ping G730 and i530 irons. The G730 irons are Ping's longest and most forgiving irons, while the i530s fit golfers who want more distance in a player's design and are engineered for higher launch and more. Visit us in store at Edwin Watts Golf Shops or online at worldwidegolf.com. Get there.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Check out the 2024 Basketball Mayhem at sasportstar.com. Enter your best bracket for the chance to win an incredible $1 million prize at sasportstar.com.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Maddox in Las Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas!
Circa Las Vegas. We're doing the show today. Our office today is better than yours. We're at Stadium Swim. If you're watching on YouTube at the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel, subscribe to that. Watch there. Thumbs up on that when you're there. You can comment there, although, honestly, I'm having a hard time. It's so bright. I've had a hard time seeing my computer screen. I know. Sucks, man. The working conditions. But
rough.
But you can subscribe and watch what we're seeing here with Major League Baseball's opening day.
Yeah, it's fantastic. That's the screens. It's a multi-level pool. And so we're up on the top level where the cabanas are. We're in a cabana. And the bottom level is obviously a lot bigger pool-wise, but there's a lot more seats down there. And it's just like a sports bar, a sports book if you've been to Vegas and been, except it's a pool. And it's just a really cool thing. So a lot of the action's happening down below, and but I'm assuming it will trickle up here as we move on through the day.
Well, absolutely. And again, if and we might have to figure out a way to do this at some point to walk over and show the rest of the pool on YouTube. If you've never seen it, it's incredible. I think we have the abilities to do that.
Sure we do. Why not?
Yeah. I mean, sure. We'll figure it out.
It out.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
It's a beautiful day in Vegas, so I will tell you that. Opening day of Major League Baseball. We're watching the Orioles and the Angels play on the big screen. The Orioles with a 2-1 lead right now, top half of the second. Cardinals, Dodgers about to start. Astros, Yankees about to start. So big day of Major League Baseball, opening day.
Well, and one of the TVs over here, San Francisco and San Diego as well. And, of course, the Padres, AA affiliate, the San Antonio Mission.
Yep.
Just so much. And, I mean, looking at right now Dodger Stadium, my goodness. And the Dodgers, such a big part of the story this Major League Baseball season when you look everything going on with Ohtani. Last night on the flight over, I was watching the Utah Jazz feed of the Spurs game. And when that ended, I started reading an in-depth article on ESPN.com about Shohei Ohtani. And I'm glad I was on a plane because that article, I don't know if I could have just read that sitting anywhere else. You know what I mean? Because it's very long and in-depth. And the reporter has covered Ohtani for years while he was with the Angels. And one of the lines in that was one of the strangest yet relatable lines is, "I've never covered a person more that I know less about."
Wow.
I did not realize Ohtani was such a recluse. Him and the interpreter dude went everywhere. His teammates don't even really know him. The Dodgers didn't even know he got married until it was announced. And they didn't know anything about her. None of his teammates knew. It is so like in San Antonio, we know that Tim Duncan values his privacy.
Absolutely.
And didn't like to do a lot of interviews. Wemby, we don't really know Wemby, but I feel like we know Wemby so much more than even Tim Duncan at this point. But there's a lot of those guys that play for the Spurs that we really don't know because, as you know, the Spurs aren't the most media-friendly organizations out there. And letting those guys' personality shine, doing a lot of interviews and stuff like that. But the fact that Ohtani isn't, I would say friends or friendly with his teammates, but apparently he's not. And basically, he got his driver's license about a year ago. And other than that, the interpreter dude was also his driver.
Well, that's interesting, and it explains a lot as to how close they are. But he looks like a very guarded individual when it comes to that. I thought it was funny because the guy that's helping us out here at Circa said that there was a time that the interpreter was here.
Yeah.
Gambling and
legally.
Legally,
yeah.
Yes. And so they've seen him, but they never saw Shohei. And obviously they would know if he was in here. But we found that interesting. So that story, hits everywhere. And apparently his interpreter, he liked to gamble a little bit.
Well, and again, I mean.
Which is fine.
Yes.
So do I.
Yes. Well, and again, I mean, you look at it and you roll with it. It is, I mean, a lot of us like to gamble. It's not against our company policy to gamble.
Right.
And what are you gambling on? And you still look at all these different aspects of the story. Again, some common sense that needs to factor in. Bookie, whether you're Circa Las Vegas or, this dude or, Uncle Joe, nobody's extending you that line of credit based on the salary without knowing that there's some backing there. Or if it's, just common sense. Nobody is going to do that. And then you're giving access to somebody that you trust. You're giving that access to an account, right? Okay, so what's going on with that? That seems kind of, something to that. I don't know. There's just so much about it. And then Manfred actually said something today that, we're investigating, and we hope that it doesn't take long to investigate. So what are you going to do? Hey, Shohei, did you do any of this? Nope. Okay. Investigation complete.
Closed.
Because
Done.
You've got the biggest star on the planet that's involved in this. It's crazy. It is crazy. We've got a
guest coming up
here. Absolutely. Mike Palm, the one of the bosses here, the vice president.
Who, by the way, is very funny.
Yeah.
Mike, you were a hit today. You might have to have your own comedy show here at Circa Las Vegas.
Hang on. Let's see.
That is
1, 2, 3.
There you are. The lights where I could tell. Can you do us a favor? That camera that's right there. No, right here.
Oh,
you want to move your chair over there so you can be on camera? Or if you don't,
I got a face for radio.
Well, you don't have to be. I mean, if there were some ladies sitting over there with scenery being a little different, I might do something different. Does that look all right?
Too far, am I?
Yeah.
Tilted.
Yeah. Hang on, I can't see it. We'll figure this out. So opening day today here, we'll work on that. Opening day here, incredible. First off, thank you for having us out. This is incredible.
I still want to know about the comedy show, though. You were hilarious today with Greg Maddox.
Listen, he's a hothouse orchid. Everybody wants to talk about what did he do in the postseason. I mean, I had more in the clip for him if he wanted to get chippy with me. He got beat by Rick Ankiel. That's the game Rick Ankiel lost it. He could never be a pitcher again. They beat him that game. Sterling Hitchcock beat it. I mean, look at Tommy Green for the Phillies. And come on. Maddox is a great guy, right?
He is a great guy.
Everybody loves him, but I like to bust balls. So
of course. As you should. You fit right in on this show. Sure.
You certainly will, although you're still wearing his jersey, right?
Well, they're raffling it. $100 a ticket for the raffle. It's the same jersey. 3 tickets for $250 and 5 tickets for, I don't know what it was, $400. I'll sell you mine for $250. Take the chance right out of it, I told people.
Mike,
you still have it.
I love Greg Maddox. I love Circa. I love you. But the Cubs,
what?
Are you a Cubs fan?
Anti-Cubs sentiment?
I'm a big Cardinal fan.
Oh, I get it, man.
Right?
I get it. We had some folks that won our contest in Illinois to come out.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, just keep it short with Maddox because he's from East St. Louis, right? He's like, just keep it short with Maddox.
I hate to admit it. It's a good-looking jersey. It really is. It's a great-looking jersey. It's for a great cause, too.
Now, his baller dream, this charity that his daughter runs that he supports, Make-A-Wish is for the young kids, right? And kind of they go up to 10, 12. This is for kids like 14 to 25 that have cancer. And I went to one of their events in Summerlin where they had 2 of their ballers, the kids. There's some great stories, but it's a really hard time when you're in high school and you're going through this and you lose your hair and the kid's dream. One kid wanted to sit courtside for a Laker game. They made that happen. One girl just wanted to pay her parents back for all the money they spent. I mean, some really touching stories, and they're doing great work. We're going to have their annual weekend here at the end of April. They have a gala dinner up on our 3rd floor, along with they're going to play a Family Feud game, and then we have a poker tournament, celebrity poker tournament. Randy Johnson's going to be in it. Roger Clemens. I mean, if Maddox can't make it next year, we have plenty of 300 game winners to choose for the first pitch.
Well, I was going to say, you run Circa Las Vegas, your official title, Vice President of Operations, but you guys have fun. I know, obviously, you've got a lot of business stuff that you're doing to build something like this, but you're having fun along the way. And then when you get all those celebrities, like we saw Frank Thomas there this morning. I don't want to say, is it easy to get them to come do stuff with you guys, but I imagine it is because this is fun.
It was fun. It's funny because we had the Super Bowl here and Super Bowl week, we weren't soliciting people. But Urban Meyer came here, and I saw the picture of Derek with Urban Meyer up at Legacy Club. I said, did anybody tell Urban it's 21 and over? There was a miscommunication. But Joe Montana came twice and had dinner at Barry's. People want to come here, and it's like we don't really have to solicit it. It's been fun. We have fun. Somebody tweeted out, Mike Palm should be commissioner of baseball. I'm not a lawyer, so I'll never be commissioner, But that's probably the only job I'd trade for. I would love to be commissioner of baseball. It's not realistic, but I really wouldn't trade my job with anybody. Maybe Major League Baseball umpire. I umpired up to the college level.
That'd be fun.
It would be really fun. Yeah. I mean, traveling around, that's a pretty good life.
Well, wait, hold on. You were an umpire?
I was. I worked at that time. It was the Big 8. It wasn't the Big 12 yet, and the Big 10, baseball and softball. Many people said, we'll send you to Wendelstadt School. And I said, look, an umpire in the minor leagues, that life has less of a chance to make it than a player to the big league. And you're going to waste 10 years of your life living at below poverty level. Yeah. I just thought it was too tough. I had a degree from Notre Dame. This all worked out. Let's put it that way.
I think it did.
This all worked out.
So who's worse, an unhappy customer here at Circa, or some fan about your ball or strike zone?
I would say you can walk away from the guy in the park, right, and not listen to him. The customer here, you have to listen to. It's all high-priced babysitting, though. I mean,
Sure,
yeah.
Mike, we try to explain it, and we love this place, but this resort casino is so much different than anything else that Vegas has to offer. And I imagine that's on purpose. I mean, that's what you guys wanted. It's so unique. And you got to have people walking away from this going, man, that place is just fantastic.
Well, I know it's somebody's first time here because they pull out their phone and they start right here or in the book. They're going to send it back to their friends, to their family. They can't believe it. This is all Derek. This was all his brainchild. He got into the Golden Gate in 07. Then I met him when he bought the D in 2011 at Fitzgerald's. He changed it to the D. He started back then in 2012, taking groups of like 8 to 12 younger people that worked for him, and not me because I always work Sundays, but every Sunday he would go out in the summer and go to a different pool in Vegas. And they would rate it, and they would say what's good, what's not good. And we want to build the ultimate pool. And for him being a sports bettor, he would get frustrated. He spent a lot of money at the pool, and he couldn't hear the NBA Finals game. He couldn't hear the NHL playoff game. He couldn't hear a baseball game he wanted. Somehow we've got to blend these great pools in Las Vegas with sports betting and sports viewing, and he did it. And I mean, the design team, we credit Steelman, Alice O'Keefe, who was originally on our team here and still works with us in designing this whole thing. We had like 8 different versions of this pool, and one was on a high level, and the clarity came when Derek made the decision we're going to be 21 and over, right? Because then you could put everything together. You didn't have to have a kids area. It's really worked out well for us. There's a lot of people that don't want to deal with strollers and kids, and they come to Vegas to get away from that.
Yes.
And so it's not for every. I mean, people come and we say we can stay at the gate, you can stay at the D. We have events for people that are under 21. Some of the weddings, they have people under 21. They go to the D in the Detroit Ballroom, but it's really worked out well for us, distinguishing as the only 21-plus resort.
Mike Palma joining us here on the Blitz, the Vice President of Operations here at Circa Las Vegas. My wife and I stayed here last August, and it was August in Las Vegas. It's hot, and the pool was incredible. The water was so perfect. Yeah. Right now, it's a nice day, little windy, but the water is perfect. It's always amazing. How do you guys control the water here, the temperature, the way you always do?
So all the pools, they have the best filtration system money can buy. So every 50 minutes, it's entirely new water that's in the pool, which is very important when you have 40 or 50 bodies in with the lotion, the sweating. Keep the water clean. A lot of these big pools, by 1 PM, they're disgusting, right?
Yeah.
Then all the pools are heated, not just the hot tubs. All the pools are heated, so we can go up to 96 degrees. So in the winter, when we have winter swim, this is 365. Most pools close after Labor Day here. We can heat this, and the warmest place to be is in the water. You don't want to be out of the water. So people, once it gets towards like Thanksgiving, you'll see a lot of the people here are in the pools watching the college football and the NFL games. So, and then you keep it cool, obviously, the hotter it gets. I remember when I would come here on vacation before I moved here, like we would come in July, and it was like, you have to stay underwater, right?
Yes.
You have to keep the water on you to survive. So, no, they've done a great job. And that, in large part, is Derek's brother, Greg, who's an engineer, who was a big part in designing this pool system. You go underneath here, if you can get a tour, these rooms, these filtration rooms and that, they are state-of-the-art. They did one of these science magazines did a whole show on it.
That's incredible. And I guess for you, head of operations for a place like this, it's got to be a tough job, I would think. But working for a guy like Derek, I mean, we saw him today, Mike, and he's like a 10-year-old. Watching the first pitch and clap. I mean, it's got to be a blast to work for a guy like that.
He was so excited for opening day. He's a huge baseball fan. To get to talk to Greg Maddox and Frank Thomas again. Wayne Krivsky, former Reds GM, is here. I call him the everyman billionaire. He's accessible. He's at the bar. He shakes your hand. He talks to all the customers, takes pictures, and he really treats it like a family. And I remember when my first son was about to be born, my wife had high blood pressure, so they said, we're going to do a C-section. It was 2 weeks ahead of it. He has a timeshare jet, right, that he uses to travel around. He doesn't own it, but it's in one of these jets type thing. He sent it to Iowa to pick up my mother so she could be here for the birth of her first grandson. I mean, that's the kind of guy he is.
Yeah, he's
unbelievable.
He really is incredible. And again, not that we roll with a lot of billionaire types, but
it's tough to don't try to roll with them with the gambling.
No,
busted quick. You got to set your own limit.
No, but again, though, I mean, like when we're doing like on Radio Row, you see NFL owners, and they're walking with so much security and people around them. And I'm sure there are people watching Derek, but you don't know it.
And he's walking down Fremont Street.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know.
Yeah, it is incredible. All right, we're out here in Vegas at Circa Las Vegas. Looking at win totals for the NFL, out of curiosity, because Cowboys at a lot of places 10.5, and everybody says their roster right now is way worse than it was at the end of the year when they lost to Green Bay. How do you guys come up with those numbers? Can you kind of give us some insight into the background on how you set those?
Yeah. You know, you don't want to take a lot of big bets till after the draft because the draft will affect a lot. And even if the certain team doesn't have high draft picks, their division and how their division opponents do, they have a power rate. And it's interesting, college football as well. And our guys have a 3-year tail. So they're working off a 3-year tail for a team. And they're moving it based off the last 36 months. And they have a rating on a team. And it's based on player per position, backups, head coach, all kind of different factors. And they come up with a number. And then they look at the schedule and who they're going to be playing. They don't know particularly, right? And you come up with a number. You don't really want to take larger wagers till the draft and the schedule comes out. And you see where there's certain spots are going to be just impossible spots. You have those for teams where they could be playing great and it's just a really tough spot. A lot of it's situational handicapping in the NFL. And you come up with a number and then you let the market move it, right? The market will tell you what it should be.
Well, it's so interesting because just sitting here today and I look at the college basketball numbers and you can see them move in real time.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic.
We're getting bet heavy on Illinois. Everybody's betting Illinois against Iowa State.
As they should. I've been pumping those guys the whole time.
Well, and I'm looking at San Diego State, UConn, that number at 12, the way both of those teams play defense, and I see the over-under, like 12 points just seems, like a lot.
We saw the game in the final, and I don't know if San Diego State's as good as they were last. This UConn's a train.
Yeah.
I mean, they are an absolute train, and somebody's going to have to play a great game. I was asked the other day, who's got the best shot to beat them? I said, as much as I bang on Purdue that they haven't been to a Final Four since 1980, Gene Katie never even went to a Final Four. Joe Barry Carroll in 1980. Edie's a trouble for anybody, and if you get a referees who are calling a lot of fouls, he's going to foul guys out, and if their guys are hitting threes, they're a tough matchup. The big question we have here in Las Vegas for you guys from San Antonio is, how much longer do we have Becky Hammond with the Aces? When's Pop retiring? Because I'll bet all my money she gets the job.
I hope so. So does everybody.
I really
there.
believe that, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. But how long is he going to hang on?
That's a good
Until he's got gun control passed in every state. How much longer?
We've been asking that question since Tim Duncan retired. Ain't going to lie. Mike Palm, the Vice President of Operations here at Circa Las Vegas. Again, thank you for having us out. Hopefully this is the first of many times we get to come out and bring a lot of listeners from San Antonio with us.
We'd love to have you out 3-4 times a year, however often you want to come out.
We'll make it happen.
It's done.
We'll make it happen. I appreciate you having us out. This is a lot of fun.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much. Mike Palm, the Vice President of Operations at Circa Las Vegas, as we continue here on the Blitz. What time is it? 3 o'clock back coming up? I know we've got the Ohtani story. Well, we should ask you about Ohtani. We'll get into that coming up.
I just want a $4.5 million line of credit.
Yeah,
do you mind?
Yeah.
How about Pete Rose? He said if he had an interpreter, he'd have been okay.
Well, exactly. It's all of us. Would you give the interpreter that line of credit? Yeah. The answer is no. We'll dive into that coming up here on the Blitz. Now, it's a Friday. Everybody has their weekend plans. None of you plan on getting arrested, but some of you will. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, best way to do that? Call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds, because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7 with offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
Riding 1604 with the Blitz.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Ulta Beauty's semi-annual beauty event is happening now. Unleash your love for beauty with 50% off daily beauty steals on hair, skin, makeup, and fragrance. Shop your favorite brands like Tarte and Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. Plus, grab perfect hair care pairs from brands like Redken and Olaplex. And check out new arrivals from brands like Charlotte Tilbury and Dyson. Shop the Ulta Beauty semi-annual beauty event online, in-store, or try pickup today. Now through March 28th. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful. Conditions apply.
When Cynthia came to TurboTax, she just launched her new side gig, a true crime podcast.
I'm a first-rate detective with a golden voice.
As her TurboTax expert, I made her second income count by guaranteeing 100% accurate filing and her maximum refund.
What did she do with that refund? Find out next week.
Switch to Intuit TurboTax and make your moves count. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. We've helped over 30,000 families out of financial hardship by getting them out of bad timeshares. If your timeshare agreement goes on forever, if you were told timeshares are a great investment, or your maintenance fees will never go up, you have questions, we have the answers. At Wesley Financial Group, we're dedicated to helping timeshare owners get out of their financial nightmare. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call now for your free timeshare exit information kit. Call 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. 800-761-0000.
We're going abroad for the first time in years, to Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
To thank you for 40 unforgettable years, Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 13 Plus, powered by Intel Core processors and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T level checked today. And trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
The NFL is on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
It is opening day in Major League Baseball. The Houston Astros about to get their season underway. They're at home against the New York Yankees. First pitch coming up here at 3:10. The Texas Rangers, the World Series champion Texas Rangers, they open up the season at home against the Chicago Cubs. First pitch set for 6:35. It's a game you can catch over on San Antonio's ESPN 1250 beginning at 6 o'clock. And Sweet 16 action. It's underway tonight here at Circa Las Vegas.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix, live at Circa, Las Vegas.
Just a gorgeous day here in Las Vegas. Temperatures, I don't know, right around mid-70s or so. Not a cloud in the sky, and we're out here at Stadium Swim at Circa, Las Vegas, and getting ready to watch a couple of games. We got the Cardinals-Dodgers coming up. The Astros-Rangers game is coming up out here at Stadium Swim as well. We're going to be able to watch both of those games as we enjoy some sunshine. Pools everywhere. We're in a cabana, which is really cool, on an upper level. So we've got a little pool in front of us. Most of the action, swim-wise, is happening down below. You take the stairs down and you go, and there's all kinds of pools down there with seats and stuff. They've even got a casino with blackjack tables over there in the corner that you can do. Bar, grill, all over the place. Just a great place to be for opening day of Major League Baseball. And it has been quite the day. My goodness, Hall of Famer Greg Maddox,
Frank Thomas?
That guy. Frank Thomas. I kept wanting to say Frank Harris for some reason.
Well, yesterday was his birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Frank Harris. I think he's 50 now. But you look at it, and look, I mean, we're always very open. My iPad seems to be overheating, which has been providing the swim cam, if you will. So I'm trying to figure out if I can get this thing working again while you tap dance a little bit.
And that is a problem out here. I'm trying to cover my keypad on my computer to keep it from overheating because it's directly in the sunlight. This cabana is great. It's like we're inside a room here, but the sun is starting to move over the top of us and shine right in here, and it's going to play havoc with our equipment. It looks like.
Well, and the other thing that we could do at some point, maybe we do this tomorrow because there's a big old couch in here.
Yeah.
We might be totally inside tomorrow as opposed to using the table on the outside. But we'll figure all this stuff out. That's what we'll do.
Well, I think we need to figure out a way to get down on the lower level and really have a nice swim cam going.
Well, that sounds good.
There might be some scenery down there.
There is both good and bad.
Right.
Well,
you got to live with the bad, right? I mean,
yep.
You get somebody, they'll throw you a bone every now and then.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Explain that, sir.
With something that is worth looking at.
Let's do the headline blitz.
Okay.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. 2 guys, 2 opinions, never enough time.
All right, this is the Headline Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. And you know what? We're talking baseball today. We're talking Sweet 16. We also need to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't know if you've heard this or not, but the Kansas City Chiefs are trying to get a new sales tax passed so they can upgrade Arrowhead Stadium. It needs it. It's an old place. And they've even there's been some veiled threats of them leaving if they don't get this thing. And that's what happens with every sports team. Right? I mean, they want more money, want a new stadium, and the first thing that happens, well, if we don't get this, Austin might be willing to pay, or this city or that city, and it happens all the time. So they're optimistic, cautiously they say, that the April 2nd vote to extend the sales tax will prevail. And look, I know sports fans get tired of that, and you wouldn't think it would be an issue with the Kansas City Chiefs. With the success that they have had, the Super Bowls that they have won, you wouldn't think it would be an issue at all, but apparently it is. And, even those folks are saying, hey, we're tired of paying for this stuff, and a lot of the fan base will do that, and apparently that's happening there in Kansas City. But again, they're all cautiously optimistic as they try to get that sales tax extended and do some upgrades to the Arrowhead Stadium there. And I don't know if you've heard the story about, Well, Caitlin Clark, she's the hottest thing going right now in basketball. I think you could say either men's or women's. It doesn't matter. I mean, she's hot. She's been offered $5 million by Ice Cube to play in that Big 3 league. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's basically just a shooting league. It's not a lot of rough and tumble or anything like that. But it's they're going to pay her $5 million, and then you got the dude that owns Barstool is offering her $10 million to come play in some league that he's running. So Caitlin Clark's not having any trouble at all. She wants to play in the NBA or the WNBA and play against the best women in the world. Well, there are women now, at least one, that are kind of poo-pooing, if you will, these whole offers from these men. And that's what they're saying. It's just a men's thing. And that these men are like, acting like cavemen, trying to get her to come over there and play and like they're going to prove something. I don't see it that way. I think there is a mutual respect, or certainly a respect for Caitlin Clark with what she's been able to do, how she can play, how she shoots the basketball. And I think all of that is so I don't find it disrespectful at all. I think it's a respectful thing that they're offering Caitlin Clark all this money. The $5 million from Ice Cube, the guy that owns Barstool, what is his name, Portnoy, he's offered $10 million. So I think it's a sign of respect, and I think they know that they're going to get eyes on the TV if they have Caitlin Clark on the floor.
Well, and they're going to get eyes on the TV with some wondering if she could score a point, because there's been people say she wouldn't do anything, and then there's others that want to see her succeed. But again, the fact that you've got a star player in college from Iowa that can draw that kind of attention, I love it. I'm all for it.
I'm all for it too. And it's some players in the WNBA are saying that it's just they don't like it.
Well, it's jealousy,
right? They don't like it, and I think that's right. And I think Caitlin Clark's going to run into that a lot in the WNBA. Because let's face it, I mean, I think it's Indiana who has the first pick in the draft in the WNBA. Yep. So she's going to go play there, and everywhere she goes, I mean, she's going to be a lot like a Victor Wembanyama in some circumstances. Players are going to be trying to prove that they are as good or better than she is, night in and night out.
And again, and you see that a lot with Victor. Guys want to try to dunk on him. They get it. And again, when Victor cleans up his turnovers, he'll be in really good shape.
Sure.
And that's kind of what it boils down to.
Well, it's interesting, but I think this whole Caitlin Clark thing is, it's a lot of fun. And she has really just come onto the scene, and she's going to be a big star. She's going to be a really big star.
It already is.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get bigger and bigger. That is for sure. As we're out here at Circa Las Vegas, as we get ready for Astros and Yankees.
I don't see them having it up there, which just kind of tells me that the folks here at Circa know what's important. They do have the Cardinal-Dodger game up there.
You really think, now granted, the Astros are the Astros.
I don't see the Astros-Yankees game anywhere.
It'll be there.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, we could bet on it. We are in the right spot for it.
Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3. There's about 10 screens up there. So I would imagine they'll put them in that small one there on the lower right-hand corner.
Yeah, look. They're right there, dude.
Are they there?
Do you not see them?
I see them.
How do you not see that? I mean, honestly.
Well, I wanted to make your head explode.
Well, you're not going to do that because I know the people that run Circa, and I know that they will have that game on. It's the Astros and it's the Yankees. I am a little surprised it's not these.
Yeah, well, me
honest.
too. San Francisco, San Diego. I don't know who runs that. We need to get Mike Palm back out here and put in our requests.
Although, I mean, they have kind of rotated through on some of those games. But also centerpiece game because, there are a couple of early games that didn't happen on opening day. So, the early part of the schedule, that was the one that was going when all these other ones are just getting started. So I imagine there will be some adjustments.
Well, let's hope so. I hope they put that Cardinal game up there as soon as possible. Although I got a great view of it.
The Cardinal game is right there.
I've got a great view. I want to see it in the big screen, though. That's where it belongs. It's the Dodgers. And we're close to L.A.
We are close to L.A.
So they ought to have the Dodgers
and
name
San
on.
Diego for that matter.
Well,
and
true.
San Francisco for that matter.
Well, kind of.
Because like California's next door.
Yeah, but San Francisco's way the hell up there.
They're still next door.
Yeah, but they're way the hell up there.
It's still an easy flight here.
To San Francisco?
Yeah.
Well, L.A., you can drive it, 2 hours?
Well, I don't think 2, but not even you, Leadfoot, could make it in 2.
No, you're right. I couldn't. But anyway, it's awesome just to be able to watch all these games all at once.
Absolutely. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. More from Circa Las Vegas as we continue here on the Blitz.
First, though, I got a message for you that's going to change your dental game in about 60 seconds. Let me ask you a question. Are you fed up with the same old dental routine? You know what I'm talking about, those endless trips to the dentist, dealing with missing teeth, temporary fixes that just never seem to stick. Buckle up. I've got the answer. It's Doctor's Implants. Look at Doctor's Implants. Their board-certified oral and facial surgeons are ready to transform your smile. You can say goodbye to the frustration of traditional dentistry and welcome a brighter future. Don't let old-school dentistry hold you back any longer. Embrace your future with full-mouth dental implants at Doctor's Implants. You can check them out at doctorsimplants.com, but here's the kicker. When you give them a call at 210-640-0000, tell them I sent you, Joe Reinigle from the Blitz. You're going to get a complimentary consultation and a CT scan. Your journey to that perfect smile begins at Doctor's Implants. So don't wait. Call them today, 210-640-0000.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is your home for college basketball's national championship.
On their way to their 12th national title game.
68 teams, Sweet 16, Elite 8, the Final Four. One winner takes all. Hear it all on your home for March Madness. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, presented by Westwood One.
Now, during Staples Print Big Sale, get $20 off your print purchase of $100 or more, $50 off your print purchase of $200 or more, and $100 off your print purchase of $300 or more. So the more you print at Staples, the more you save. To demonstrate, print at Staples, you save. But if you print at Staples, you save. See how that works? Staples Print Big Sale. Print more, save more. Up to $100. Ends 4/6. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Enjoy all your favorite sports like never before at BetMGM. Sign up using code KOSTOS, KOSTOS, and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. When you register with BetMGM, you'll get instant access to a variety of parlay selection features, live betting options, and the best daily promotions in the business. And with BetMGM at your fingertips, every play and every game matter more than ever. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. This U.S. promotional offer not available in D.C., Mississippi, North Carolina, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY for New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. For West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. First bet offer for new customers only, subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancement pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom. Yeah. Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Male Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo, check out Mojo Enduramax.
Touchdown!
A new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax, 100% natural male enhancement formulas only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
Hard work and dreams lead to success, but easily filing your taxes with TurboTax and Credit Karma doesn't hurt either. Make filing taxes a walk in the park, because we'll pre-fill your info for you so you can file quickly and confidently. Winner! Get the peace of mind that comes with expert help. Let's go! Being powered by TurboTax means you're backed by the leading tax preparer, and we'll show you all your filing options up front so there are no surprises. File your taxes on Intuit Credit Karma today. Expert help not available with all products. Guarantee details available at turbotax.com/guarantees.
World Championship Boxing is coming to San Antonio. Freddie Roach, legendary trainer of rising star Gio Cabrera, will be headlining the boxing event of the year at the Boeing Techport Arena. Stars like Justin Figueroa, Shariah Moreau, along with several Texas fighters are set to light up the ring. Don't miss this epic showdown, Saturday, March 30th. Doors open at 5 p.m. Get your tickets now at dmpboxing.com or call 210-600-3699 for details. Brought to you by Everlast, Quintana Rum, and Desi Martinez Promotions.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
San Antonio, get ready for Car Fest, April 5th through the 7th at the Freeman Expo Hall. Enjoy a car show, driver workshops, entertainment, plus the chance to win a free car. And the best part, admission is free. Learn more at carfestsa.org.
Check out the 2024 Basketball Mayhem at sasportstar.com. Enter your best bracket for the chance to win an incredible $1 million prize at sasportstar.com.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Maddox. Battling the sun here at Circa Las Vegas. Sun 1, Blitz 0.
No doubt about it. I tell you what, it is getting hot, and trying to cover things up, and I've got these scripts that I have, right? So I'm putting them there, and it makes it worse.
Yeah.
Because the glare from that thing is just killing me.
Well, and again, I mean, nobody feels bad.
Yeah, I don't think anybody feels sorry for us at all.
Nor should they, but we've battled elements before, and this just comes with the territory. We've ordered an umbrella.
We have.
Hopefully an umbrella will help. I can't use my phone because what's it say? It's too hot. It won't work. Let your phone cool down and you could use it again. I'm like, I feel like I'm in timeout. I can't use my phone. What the hell?
You are in timeout.
I am in timeout. You guys, though, will benefit. Right now, we've got tickets to give away. Not really tickets. They're Fandango codes. If you want to go see Godzilla versus Kong, you can go anytime you want to go watch this movie anywhere. You win the Fandango codes. We'll give them to caller number 9 right now, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776.
And that should be a great movie. I'm a big Godzilla fan. I'm going to go see that movie. Or, I mean, I may have to go by myself, but I'll have to go see it. It'll be entertaining.
It will be entertaining.
You Godzilla fan?
Sure. I mean, I've watched it.
Dude, Godzilla's the best.
Well, he is. When was the last one that came out? I don't think. When I was a kid, yes. Although I don't go to enough movies to say that I'd go see it.
Dude, I'd go see it now. The last one I saw, it had that dude from Breaking Bad in it. I don't remember his name. The lead actor from Breaking Bad was in the last Godzilla movie. So, and it was okay. It wasn't bad.
Yeah. So if you're watching on YouTube, Morgan has taken the iPad. We got it working again, and she's walking around Stadium Swim all over the place. So it's a remote camera. It's almost as if she's got a GoPro on her head, but she doesn't. But as she's walking around, this is funny. She can't see the screen, so she's just hoping whatever she's pointing at, it looks good.
I don't know what we're looking at right there. Honestly, I have no clue what we're looking at. There's some buildings.
Yeah, that's the security guard, right? That's Ramon. He's our personal protector, and he is having a good time. Oh, holy cow!
All right, wait. We got a picture again.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
That's rather entertaining. For
very.
Sure. You know what else was entertaining is earlier today we opened baseball season before anybody else here at Circa Las Vegas with Hall of Fame pitcher Greg Maddox. Now, we got to spend some time with Greg. I even showed him video of my first pitch the other night at the Harlandale baseball game?
I don't think he stopped laughing yet.
Well, let's just say, because I wanted to show it to him, because I know he was throwing out the first pitch here in the casino, and I was like, I just did one the other day, and you should critique my and what he was very kind to me in the interview, but in reality, he really laughed at me. He said some things about me that, well, let's say that you can't say on radio with the words that he chose, and he actually said that's not even baseball; it looks more like shot put, and clearly. I was not a shot putter back in the day, but we did talk to Greg earlier today. Let's play that for you now. Welcome back to the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Maddox at Circa Las Vegas for opening day of Major League Baseball. And the cool thing here at Circa, they do everything up, they do it big, and they do it right. Like Hall of Fame pitcher Greg Maddox throwing out the first pitch today here in the casino. Now, you've thrown out a lot of first pitches, man. What's it like doing it in a sports book like this?
Well, it's a little different. The lighting's tough for one, and it's dark in here. I feel bad for the catcher because he's going to have a hard time seeing it, and it's you throw a ball, doesn't matter where you throw it the same way. So I'm not too worried about that. But it's fun to come down here. Obviously I live here in Vegas, so it's an easy trip for me. And down here it's all about the Baller Dream Foundation. Circa's going to host our poker tournament at the end of April. 27th and 28th, and that's the big reason why we're down here. It's for the foundation which supports older kids, young adults, older kids with cancer, and do a lot of various things for those kids. One kid wanted to go to a Laker game and sit courtside, and another kid wanted to go fishing in Alaska. One of the girls wanted to help her parents pay her medical bills. So it's a good foundation for a good cause, good reasons. And Circa's nice enough to host it, and they also donate a lot of money to the foundation. So it's pretty cool. It's nice to be able to give back. And also my daughter runs the foundation, so it's kind of nice to reconnect with her. And she comes up here for the month and stays at our house, and it's always good to be around her.
Greg, I got to ask you because watching you pitch in your prime, I mean, when you did it, you were a magician on the mound. Do you still have it out here? Are you going to throw a fastball, curve, or any kind of wicked stuff?
No, totally lost my speed.
I know that feeling because I can tell you the pressures of throwing out a first pitch. I had a not so bright moment the other night at a local high school game.
Yeah, I saw that. Some guys just, I guess they didn't play growing up, and you can see you can see that right away. I'm sure, we're all good at something. I certainly, there's a lot of things I can't do. And,
Greg, you're being way too nice, man. You can rip him apart. It's okay. It was horrible.
I probably thought he probably played an instrument in band when he was in high school, or maybe he was in the chess club. Obviously, he wasn't on the baseball field.
Football, soccer, but the form wasn't bad, was it?
Soccer's not really a sport either. But,
that I agree with. We all quit when we're 10.
Exactly right.
Oh man, you look at that and you think about opening day, how special it is. Looking at baseball now, obviously we carry the Texas Rangers on our station here in San Antonio. Yeah. Obviously the defending champions. I'm an Astro fan. Yeah. You look at that division and all the teams in there. Who do you like as we start this season?
I like Texas again, 100%. For one, my brother's a pitching coach, so that's an obvious reason. But Bruce Bochy, Chris Young, they all do it right, and they put a little old school back in the game, and it's all about pitch execution, not spin rates and everything. And it's nice to see them being rewarded last year, and to win 11 in a row on the road to get their first World Series title it was fun to watch.
Greg, how tough is it for a team like Texas, or any team for that matter, to repeat? I mean, because you're the hunted now coming in, right?
Yeah, no, it's tough. I mean, it's obviously tough, but it's been done. They're going to start their season off tonight with Uvalde, so hopefully he'll get them off on the right foot, and they'll just start rolling from there.
Also playing the Cubs, I think, right tonight, and
yeah. Even the worst team in baseball is pretty good. So, I mean, you never take your opponent lightly. Confucius once said, underestimating your opponent could lead to catastrophe. So, you always got to remember that. And you have to go out and play well to beat anybody at the big league level.
Good deal. Greg, appreciate you, man.
All right. Thank you.
Greg Maddox, the Hall of Fame pitcher, with us earlier today, right before he threw out the first pitch. And I tell you what, we're scrambling here behind the scenes. It's interesting. We got everybody trying to get our equipment and everything else out of the sun. That's not bad. That's actually nice.
Yeah, we got a little curtain trying to figure out umbrellas. We've got towels trying to keep things from overheating. I have just moved inside our cabana, taken over one of the couches. We'll have to adjust and make it work. Now, I'm in shadows. You kind of are, but the pool camera is all that really matters, and because that's what people want to watch. Although we need to adjust that at some point. I could see that, but again, scrambling live radio on the fly, and we're trying to make it all work, and we will get it done. It's interesting that the story as Major League Baseball is having their opening day, and cool to talk to guys like Greg Maddox and Frank Thomas earlier today as they're out here helping celebrate opening day with the good people at Circa Las Vegas. But the Ohtani story, and it's weird, nobody seems to really want to talk about it, but everybody wants to talk about it.
Sure.
What did he do? What did he know? How guilty is he? What is Major League Baseball going to do? And we finally heard from the commissioner today, Rob Manfred, who said, given the way the story unfolded, it's important in assuring our fans about the integrity of the game and that we verify the things that Mr. Ohtani said. It's really that simple. He said that on the High Heat show with Chris Russo. But he also said that they're committed to the investigation of the scandal and hopes it will take a short time to resolve. Now, investigation, short time, how thorough are you going to be if you're going to do this quick?
Well, you're not, and he doesn't want to be thorough. He wants to sweep this under the rug as quickly as he can, get Shohei Ohtani back to the status that he was. People talking about him hitting home runs instead of, supporting his interpreter's gambling habit. So they're going to try and sweep this thing under the rug as quick as they possibly can. I guess I would feel better about this if Ohtani would have just come out and said, look, the guy was in trouble. He needed some money. I gave him the money, paid the bookie. I think it would be a non-story right now.
Well, other than it breaks rules.
Well, sure.
And then he would say, I didn't realize it was breaking rules because it wasn't me that was doing the gambling, and all I was doing was helping this dude take care of some debt. So I could certainly see where, he would try to play this up to be, I didn't realize I was breaking rules or breaking the law. All I know is that this guy, I gave him some money. He's my guy. And that's what we do. So, if that's the case, he certainly could have done that. And it would have been, I don't know, better, if you will.
Yes, the story would be over.
Yeah.
But now claiming that, he didn't know, the guy stole money from him. But the guy opened up a $4.5 million line of credit. And we've talked to the guys here at Circa Las Vegas. None of those guys would have done that for this guy, making whatever, $300,000 to $500,000 a year, whatever it was. No, they wouldn't do it. And so it's just ludicrous to think that anybody would do that without knowing that Shohei Ohtani was the backer. Now, if Ohtani's the backer, Sure. How much do you want?
Exactly.
And so it's just a ridiculous story, and it's gotten worse. And again, the cover-up is so much worse sometimes than the crime.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star, live in Las Vegas. We are at Circa Las Vegas on this Thursday afternoon. The NCAA tournament continues tonight. The Sweet 16, we'll talk about tonight's matchups as we roll on here from Stadium Swim at Circa Las Vegas. It is fantastic. And, if as we're out here, wear a station shirt. Now, today I got on an Astro shirt, but I did bring the station shirt that I had made a couple of weeks ago over at Sammy's Embroidery Club. And that's what Sammy will do. You need your logo, whether it's a group logo, company logo, on one shirt, on 10,000 shirts, or any kind of item. Sam will get you taken care of. Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. If you need caps done, Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom, including the popular Richardson 112 style trucker caps. If you need t-shirts screen printed, go see Sam. If you need uniforms, he has over 700 uniform lines to choose from all kinds of industries. Nobody has better prices. Sammy has all the big name brands like North Face, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Travis Matthew, Port Authority, to name a few. And he's the only company in Texas that offers one-day turnaround. Sammy's Embroidery and Printing. Call 210-824-3900, or better yet, go by that massive showroom on San Pedro, 1 mile inside Loop 410, next to Big Lots across from McDonald's, or check the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
It's the Morning Huddle with Rob and RJ.
Friday on the Morning Huddle. Congratulations, you made it. Are your brackets intact? Is Connecticut headed the right way? Did Bama do it? What about Cyclones? We'll cover everything that happened and look forward to another spectacular night.
Plus, the Spurs are back in action tonight. Can they win 3 in a row for the first time this season? Also, what'd you do on opening day? We'll discuss at 6 a.m.
Puro San Antonio football is back at the Alamo Dome. Join the herd and watch your Brahmas in the best seats at the best prices. Single, season, and group tickets are available now. Don't miss any Brahmas action this season, led by legendary head coach Wade Phillips. The Brahmas kick off the season March 31st against the DC Defenders in the Alamo Dome. Let's pack the Dome. Experience the excitement. Head to theufl.com to buy your Brahmas tickets today. That's theufl.com. Vamos Brahmas!
Hi, I'm Henry Winkler. My eyes are very important to me. My eyes connect me with everything I love. I loved my late father-in-law dearly. He always lit up a room, but his vision dimmed with age. He had age-related macular degeneration, or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of dry AMD called geographic atrophy, or GA. His struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, colors appear dull or washed out. For others, hazy or blurred vision make it hard to see details, like fine print on price tags. Many have trouble seeing in the dark, making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
If you've been thinking about buying a new car or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, think Ancira.com. Browse through thousands of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and RVs. Shop for your next new Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Buick, or GMC. Or if you're looking for an import, we have a huge selection of Kias, VWs, and Nissans. Or for your home away from home, a full line of RVs and campers. And you'll always get the lowest Ancira price, in-store or online at Ancira.com.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Enjoy all your favorite sports like never before at BetMGM. Sign up using code KOSTOS, KOSTOS, and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. When you register with BetMGM, you'll get instant access to a variety of parlay selection features, live betting options, and the best daily promotions in the business. And with BetMGM at your fingertips, every play and every game matter more than ever. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. This U.S. promotional offer not available in D.C., Mississippi, North Carolina, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER in the U.S. Call 8778-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY for New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. For West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. First bet offer for new customers only, subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Cowboys play here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Maddox. Glad to have you along on this Thursday afternoon as we broadcast live from Circa, Las Vegas.
By the way, your Astros are up early 3-0.
Yeah, they are.
Over the Yankees.
They are.
Cards are down 2-0 in L.A.
In L.A.
Just in case you wanted to know.
Yeah. Somebody on the YouTube said that the Yankees Astros game is blacked out in San Antonio. It's only on ESPN Plus and Hulu, apparently.
Well, that sucks. Why would that be?
I have no idea. I don't make the TV rules, but that stuff does piss me off.
Now, they're not on Bally's, right?
No. On DirecTV, it's $6.74. At least that's where it was last year.
Right.
You know, we'll have to.
I don't know why they would be blacked out in San Antonio. That makes no sense.
Well, it's ESPN Plus, so even like here in Las Vegas, and that's the subscription. You have ESPN Plus, so ESPN has it, not Root or whatever their regional network is. So if you don't have ESPN Plus, you don't get the game. We'll keep you updated. We've got an eye on it here at Circa Swim as we broadcast live from Cabana 2 here at Stadium Swim, and we've adjusted from what we set up to where we are now because the sun was overheating our equipment. So I've moved inside. I got this nice, comfortable couch, just hanging out. This couch would be a lot better, and I'm sure it is when you rent it out and they bring the bottle service in.
Without a doubt.
And the catering. It's almost like being in a suite at a game.
No, it is. It's exactly that, and your own little pool right here in front of you. And these things I'm sure are not cheap to rent for the day, but. I don't know. Might be worth it if you had a bunch of people, and everybody pitched in a little bit. It'd be a lot of fun.
You would have to be an extreme high roller to rent this out for like you and your wife.
Right.
This is, a group of 16 outing in. We're all throwing in a couple of $100 to get it.
Well, exactly. And in that case, wouldn't be so bad, right? I mean, it'd be a lot of fun if you had a bunch of people. I don't know, it wasn't a cabana like this, but it was like a day bed kind of thing.
Yeah.
All we had to do was buy a bottle, though. We didn't have to pay for it, so we just had to buy a bottle.
Well, there's that. It could be similar in that regard. Now, we're out here at Circa Las Vegas for opening day of Major League Baseball and Sweet 16 weekend. So, we got Sweet 16 and then off to the Elite 8. And you look at the 4 games tonight, the interesting matchups that we're going to see, games that you can listen to here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star as soon as we go off the air at 6 o'clock San Antonio time. First game up is Arizona against Clemson. A lot of people still like the Wildcats as a Final Four team. I've seen several brackets where they've got Arizona as the champs, brackets other than, say, Sean Elliott's. But you look at the line right now as we look at the big board. It is interesting when you start looking at lines and, what does Vegas say? Well, we can tell you in real time.
Yeah, we can. The Wildcats are I was trying to find that. Where the hell is it?
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, it's a 7-point spread. 152.5 is the total number. Clemson, they shouldn't have gotten by Baylor, quite frankly. I mean, my gosh. So I could see an Arizona win tonight. Now, will they cover the spread? That's a different story. But Arizona's got a good they got a good team.
I look at the offenses of those. I think Arizona wins. But at 152, you kind of feel like, I don't want to say this, but that almost seems like that's an easy cover if you take the over.
That's what Vegas loves to hear.
Well,
that's what they love to hear. Oh, that's easy. I'm going to bet the ranch.
I mean, it feels like the complete opposite of the UConn-San Diego State game, where both teams play such great defense. Points are at a premium. Both Clemson and Arizona play great offense. Like 152 doesn't seem all that bad.
Well, it doesn't. It's easy, Minutes. You should go write a check, get your $4 million.
Get a check, write a check. But how old are you?
Well,
Ryan
I mean, just go get your $4.5 million line of credit and go to town, buddy.
We asked Mike Palm, the vice president of operations here at Circa, if they would have extended Ohtani's interpreter a $4.5 million line of credit, and when he stopped laughing, he just said no. and I think if I were to ask him for a $4.5 million line of credit, it would be a very similar answer.
Yes.
Even the $500,000 credit or a $4 credit, I would get the same answer from Mike Palm.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any credit extended to us at all. They're taking very good care of us, don't get me wrong, but I think they would draw the line at any kind of money credit as it goes. But just goes to show you how stupid that Ohtani story is.
And again, it just doesn't seem believable. UConn, San Diego State. I think UConn wins this game. And that lineup there is attractive to me right now. UConn favored by 12. And the reason I say that is I think UConn wins this game. I don't think if you're a UConn fan or you've got UConn in your bracket winning the championship, even though it's going to be a close game, I don't think you're going to feel like, boy, they're going to lose this thing. But I don't see them blowing out San Diego State because of their defense.
Well, and Vegas agrees with you as far as the defense goes. The total is only 136.5, which is the lowest on the board right now for sure, other than Duke and Houston, which doesn't make any sense to me, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. But I don't know. That UConn team is so good, and I'm not sold on San Diego State. That's probably a game that I would stay away from, just me personally, because I could see that going either way.
Either way, I think UConn wins.
Sure.
But do they cover 12? I think, a 8, a 10, and when that line earlier was at 10.5, boy, and now you see it at 12, and what the market is moving that line. It's just like 10.5. All right, 11, somebody, but I feel like that's going to be a close game. I don't think you're going to have a blowout there, but there was a prop earlier at the beginning of the tournament. Does UConn win every game by double digits?
Well, and they could win this one by double digits.
And still not cover. Yeah.
10 or 11, right? Yeah. I'll be interested. We'll keep you posted on what Minix does on that game and see if he actually puts his money where his mouth is on San Diego State.
Again, I think I believe everything that I say, but I don't know that I would bet that one. It's
pulling the cash out of your pocket, right?
It's tempting. Like you, I mean, there's just something about it that says, stay away from that one.
Boy, I just don't know. I don't feel good about it. The one that I do, for me tonight, I know I haven't just jinxed them. I don't care. Illinois, to me, is the bet of the night. I think they're going to beat Iowa State straight up. They're a 1.5-point underdog, but I think they're going to beat Iowa State straight up. They've got a good team, a lot better than a lot of people give them credit for. And I know Iowa State's got a great defense, but I think Illinois will overpower them. And I love that game. And that is a game you're going to see me with a betting slip on, which, by the way, that game is the nightcap tonight.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't start till like 10 o'clock Eastern time. And, well, all the Eastern folks are bitching about that because, it's what they do. For us, it's great. It starts at 7 o'clock here in Vegas, so it's perfect.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Alabama, North Carolina. That total is high, and this could be another one of those high-scoring games. What is that, 174.5 right now? Yep. North Carolina favored by 4.5. And if you're a UTSA fan, you're rooting for North Carolina just so the Roadrunners' new basketball coach can get to San Antonio and start working for Lisa Campos and the Roadrunners.
It's funny. I was watching Get Up this morning, and they were talking about that game and high on Alabama, saying that Alabama could give North Carolina some fits and could actually end up winning that game. So that one could be a very good ball. It's only 4.5-point spread. That could be a very entertaining basketball game.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, all the games tonight here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The Rangers, Texas Rangers game, their first as they defend their first ever World Series championship over on ESPN AM 1250. So we've got you covered with the play-by-play tonight on the radio if you're out driving around. That's what's great. Like right now, you look as we're live at Stadium Swim over here at Circa Las Vegas. The idea that all these games are on, and this is the place to be. We know there's a lot of people in Vegas from San Antonio, and somebody just tweeted a little bit ago that they can't get in. You can.
Absolutely you can. I retweeted them. Tell them, hey, just tell them you're with us.
So if you've got friends that are here, and they're trying to get in to see us here at Circa, the key is you go to the Cabana check-in and you say you're with San Antonio Sports Star, and they will give you that wristband. Normally, it's $30 to come up here and enjoy the pool to get in. And again, Circa does that for a reason, right? It's a 21 and over place. You can't bring your kids. And they want to make sure that if you're coming here to party, if you're staying here, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, and, with everything here, $30 is actually pretty cheap admission. But at the same time, you get in free when you tell them at the Cabana check-in that you're with San Antonio Sports Star.
Yeah, and we've double-checked and triple-checked all of that. So if you're here, somebody that's here, tell them to come out and see us. We got a tweet from a friend of ours that said he's inbound.
Yep.
To Vegas as we speak. So, and a lot of folks are coming in today and going to spend the weekend here, a couple of days anyway. So tomorrow will be fun. There'll be some more folks. So if you're planning to come out here, if you're out here, somebody that's out here, tell them to come by and see us. And I think as we move through the weekend, this pool will be hopping a little bit more than perhaps, although it is on the lower level. It's this upper level that's a little slow.
Well, and the reason why it's slow in the upper levels is because, all the radio stations have taken over the cabanas.
Good point.
And so there's very few rentable at this point of the day with the private pools right in front. And thankfully, we do have this cabana because I was able to move inside.
Yeah, you were.
Because everything was overheating outside in the sun.
Well, you see, and here's the problem, because everybody's watching on YouTube will understand this. And if you're not, get a chance to do that. Go subscribe to our YouTube page. But the camera's like right in front of me.
Yeah.
And Maddox is to my right and kind of behind now.
Yeah.
So when I turn to talk to him, it's like you're going to see my ear.
Well,
and I don't want people to have to see that ear.
You've got a sexy ear, man.
Well, it is.
And it's covered up. I mean, it's like the time that Rob Thompson and I interviewed Evander Holyfield at the Super Bowl in Atlanta. He was rolling around Radio Row. And when he walked up, but I talked about this afterwards, all you were doing was staring at the ear.
Well, of course you are. Of course.
The Mike Tyson bite mark. But when he did the interview, he put the headphones on, and that distraction went away until, the interview was over and he took the headphones off. So, people get to see a very sexy headphone and microphone.
That was the most bizarre sporting event that I was watching live that I've ever seen. Watching Mike Tyson bite Evander Holyfield's ear off.
Yeah.
Think he'll do that to Jake Paul?
Dude, that Jake Paul fight, I'm worried for Jake Paul. Although Jake Paul has proven himself. I mean, he's clearly not just gimmicky, but he might be in trouble. You know what I mean? Just seeing some of the videos. Did you wear your white belt, by the way?
Yes, I did.
Are
as a
you?
matter of fact,
Okay.
Can you not see that? I mean, if you can, I'm happy to show it to you.
Please sit down. Nobody needs to see that.
I'll give you a complete view.
Yeah.
360. Look at
Joe
that.
Reinagel showing his ass on camera.
Absolutely.
That's a first.
Well, there's a lot of people that want to see that. And so I'm just doing the folks a favor. Just doing them a favor, Jason. That's how it works.
That's what we do here. We aim to please. We are full service. Full service.
Oh, my goodness.
And with that in mind, a little bit later on, we're going to judge meat and give away a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market. If you've done some grilling the last several days, make sure you upload those photos to the Grilling with the Blitz page at sasportstar.com.
Hey, let's talk about life's unexpected curveballs now that it is the opening day of Major League Baseball. Have you ever been hit with challenges that leave your smile in the dust? Well, I got some uplifting news for you from Doctor's Implants. Look, life can throw some serious hurdles our way, and at Doctor's Implants, they meet patients every day facing the fallout of medical conditions causing their teeth to go south. But here's the scoop. At Doctor's Implants, they are on a mission to bring back your smile no matter what life's thrown your way. So if health-related dental problems have been holding you back, don't lose hope. Doctor's Implants is your ticket to a fresh start. You can check them out at doctorsimplants.com, but here's the kicker. When you call them at 210-640-0000, mention that I sent you, Joe Reinagel from the Blitz. Well, that's your key to a complimentary consultation and CT scan. Don't let life's challenges steal your smile. Call Doctor's Implants today, 210-640-0000.
Riding home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
Hard work and dreams lead to success, but easily filing your taxes with TurboTax and Credit Karma doesn't hurt either. Make filing taxes a walk in the park because we'll pre-fill your info for you so you can file quickly and confidently. Winner! Get the peace of mind that comes with expert help. Let's go! Being powered by TurboTax means you're backed by the leading tax preparer, and we'll show you all your filing options up front so there are no surprises. File your taxes on Intuit Credit Karma today. Expert help not available with all products. Guarantee details available at turbotax.com/guarantees.
San Antonio, get ready for CarFest, April 5th through the 7th at the Freeman Expo Hall. Enjoy a car show, driver workshops, entertainment, plus the chance to win a free car. And the best part, admission is free. Learn more at carfestsa.org.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Brakes? We can save you 15% on that. We have OE quality Duralast brake pads and rotors in stock, ready for pickup or delivery. We also have calipers, brake fluid, tools, and anything else you'll need to do the job right. When you get Duralast pads and rotors together, you'll save 15%. It's just part of what makes us America's #1 brakes destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
If you're a pro and flooring is your game, we'll help you win it. Because at LL Flooring, we do. You want plumbing? LL Flooring has been helping pros knock it out of the park for over 30 years. Visit one of our 400 nationwide warehouses for one-on-one service, extensive inventory, and exclusive pro pricing. Get the pro treatment you deserve. Enroll today, online or in-store. LL Flooring, every step covered.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
With Progressive Snapshot, you could save on auto insurance rates by driving safely, which is great because you're rarely rewarded for just being you. Ever get rewarded for being left-handed? No. You get to use weird scissors. Your reward for being a Capricorn? Cold birthdays that conflict with the holidays. And your reward for quickly responding to every work email? More emails. But with Snapshot, even left-handed Capricorns with proper email etiquette could get rewarded for good driving. So download the Progressive app today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. Snapshot not available in all states or from all agents.
To thank you for 40 unforgettable years, Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 13 Plus, powered by Intel Core processors and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Your home for the Dallas Cowboys is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
It is opening day for Major League Baseball, and the Houston Astros off to a great start. They're in the bottom half of the third inning, and they lead the New York Yankees by a score of 4-0. The Rangers, well, they will start to defend their World Series title tonight. They'll do that at home against the Chicago Cubs. First pitch is set for 6:35. It's a game you can catch over on San Antonio's ESPN 1250 at 6 o'clock.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Glad to have you along on this Thursday afternoon.
Absolutely a beautiful Thursday afternoon in Las Vegas, Nevada.
That is where we are here at Circa, Las Vegas, and a Stadium Swim. Major League Baseball opening day underway. Astros, Yankees, they're playing as we speak.
Astros kicking their butts, 4-0. They've just gone to the top half of the fourth. Yankees finally got the Astros out. So top half of the fourth, Astros with a 4-0 lead.
Rangers play a little bit later tonight over on ESPN AM 1250 as they defend their title, which is going to be incredible. And just, such a fun experience so far here in Las Vegas. Now, you and I, Joe Reinagel, we go to Vegas a lot. You were here a couple weeks ago. I was here, about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago when my wife ran the half marathon. Obviously, we spent a lot of time here an entire week, which is too long during the Super Bowl. But we are 4 to 6 times a year Vegas kind of people.
Yeah, I would say that's accurate.
Right? And I've actually stayed at Circa before. We've done that. But, a lot of times, we stay on the Strip. Not that we travel together, but, I'm an M Life guy. So, I'm going up there, but I'm changing because, the rooms here are fantastic, but the treatment, like we landed last night about 10 o'clock, and they are rolling out the red carpet for their message to get delivered to San Antonio through us, which we appreciate. Picked us up in a limo. And a lot of times, when you're staying somewhere and the limo picks you up, there's no alcohol in there.
No.
Well, they knew Joe and Jason were coming.
Absolutely.
And we appreciate that. Picked us up in the limo. Everything was fantastic.
Fully stocked. Ice cold beer. They had Jack Daniels, Tito's vodka, I think they had some rum in there. And,
a little Captain Morgan's.
Captain Morgan,
yeah.
So, but I mean, my goodness, we could have just driven around for 3-4 hours and had a hell of a party.
Well, that was the problem is the guy got here too damn quick.
Yeah, he really did.
I mean, and those beers had holes in them, I think, because they were, but it was great. Although last night, the gambling was not good for either one of us.
No, it was not. But it was fun. I mean, I had a good time. I mean, you come out to Las Vegas and you bring the money that you can afford to lose, if that's the case, and you have fun, and you have to look at it that way. Last night didn't go our way. Who knows what tonight might bring? So there's always tonight, and we'll see what happens.
That's the beauty of it. Although my wife won on a slot machine.
Nice,
so
I saw that.
She did all right. So she. Well, I want to say covered. I didn't lose that much last night. A couple $100. I mean, that was the thing. We didn't win, but we played for a long time with what we had.
We did.
And that's, to me, that's a good night in Las Vegas.
Absolutely.
Nothing worse than watching $200 disappear in 5 minutes, right?
And that happens sometimes.
But when when you're at a table for an hour and a half, one table with a couple $100, that's a good night. You're up some, you're down some, and you just try to go on a run. And both of us had our moments where we went on a run, and then the run turned around and went the other way.
Yes.
But that's the beauty of Vegas.
I had to figure out this whole free bet thing, and it's interesting in a way and then weird in a way. And they've got a couple of those tables here. We just happened to sit at this table for a long time. But a free bet. So if you if you got two cards of the same, like 2 4s, for example, you can split those, and the casino covers the cost of the second. The only caveat to that is that if the dealer hits 22, which is a bust in a regular game, well, that's called a push for everybody. So it was kind of weird to get all that figured out, and so I don't know if I'll play any more of that. I might, but I may. Hit a regular blackjack table.
Well, I'll tell you, I didn't do any better on the regular blackjack table. In fact, that's when what I walked away with from the free bet money, I just left over at the regular blackjack table.
Gotcha.
That was not kind to me at all. And what really pissed me off about that one, I was the only guy at the table. It was me against the dealer. And generally speaking, if it's you against the dealer, you're going to do okay.
Yeah, I've had it both ways, but yeah, you're right. I've had it both ways, and but yeah, sometimes it turns out good, sometimes it doesn't. I wonder if I don't know. I just saw some people that made me think of a great steak. Yeah, a great steak. I don't know why when I see Joe Herring show up, I'm thinking steak.
Yeah, well, I mean, Joe Herring from Tri-County Meat Market has found his way into Circa Swim, his lovely wife. Joe Herring, oh, my goodness. You could
Hello, Joe.
You know how you could see people and go, that's how they roll in Vegas? That is Joe Herring. My goodness. I mean, I've never seen him without a baseball hat on.
That's true.
And generally, it's cold at a meat market, so he's got a jacket on or a fishing shirt. And this dude's rolling his out of Tommy Bahama Hawaiian shirt, open. He's only missing the gold chain. I didn't know he had that kind of hair either. My goodness.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't know.
Well,
I didn't want to know that.
Well, no, not chest hair. I was talking about. I mean, clearly the guy used the blow dryer in his room today. I mean, that is pretty incredible.
Minix, that's just pure jealousy.
Yeah,
pure
it is.
jealousy, buddy.
That is.
It is.
That is.
Because he's got his whole head's covered. Yeah, you've got a little convertible top back there, a little moonroof.
Oh no, that is a honor of Manu Ginobili.
Yeah,
my bald spot.
Right.
But I did have to move inside here in the cabana because the last thing I want to do is to get that bald spot burnt. If you know what I mean.
And yeah, that thing would go up like a flamethrower.
Bite me.
Boom. That way.
How do your explosions go?
You'd be like,
well, you make a blowing up sound like you're sitting on a toilet.
You could replace the red light with that thing.
Oh, good Lord.
We go yellow, green, Minix.
Wow. That is
Oh, my goodness.
That is brutal. That is brutal.
Oh, my goodness.
That is a little embarrassing.
Man, a lot of folks showing up here, and I can't wait to talk to you, some of these folks, and here at the next break. But glad y'all are here and have some fun.
And that's it. If you've got friends in Vegas, because if you're listening to us right now, obviously you're not here. Maybe you're getting on a plane later. You're coming out. It does cost money to come into a Stadium Swim, except if you know us. So, it's kind of like having the secret password.
Right.
All you have to do is when you come to check in and at the Cabana check-in, which is where you would pay, say you're with San Antonio Sports Star, and they will give you the wristband free, and you get to come right in.
Yes, you don't have to pay. So I don't know who told the Twitter user that was the case, but it's not the case.
Well, it's normally
it is $30. Yes,
but that guy clearly didn't know,
and that's okay.
Yeah,
come on out and see us.
Absolutely. That's what we're doing. We've got some Valero Texas Open tickets to give away. The field is stacked.
It is.
The field is stacked. Pledge, are we giving away Saturday or Sunday tickets? It doesn't say. All right, we've got Saturday tickets to give away right now, a pair of tickets to the Valero Texas Open. And as you know, Jordan Spieth committed yesterday.
He did.
The field, this is one of the better Valero Texas Open fields that I can remember in a long time. If you want to go, be caller number 15 right now, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Caller 15, you get tickets to the Valero Texas Open. We're in Vegas. Cowboys over under. What's it going to be this year with that win total? Line is interesting right now. We'll dive into that coming up here live from Circa, Las Vegas on the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, everybody back in San Antonio, you know that it is springtime. You know that those storms are coming. And in fact, they've already been here, and they brought some hail with them. And that's going to continue because it does each and every year. And you want to make sure that, number one, your roof is up to it, that it can handle it. And if not, if it's been damaged by that hail, you want to get it fixed as quickly as you can. So you want to call the best in the business when it comes to roofing, and that is Stevens Roofing. Look, a quality roof overhead by Stevens Roofing means comfort. It means confidence. It certainly means peace of mind. It's protection for all the things you love. When you're in the market for repairs or replacement roof, an upgrade, or you just want an inspection to make sure things are okay, work with the experienced team that brings local roots, value, and a vast knowledge of their craft to every job. That is Stevens Roofing. Call them today, 210-785-0994. You can also check them out online at stevensroofing.net. But call Stevens Roofing. Get that done. Don't put it off any longer. The phone number again, 210-785-0994.
Nothing beats March Madness. The pure sound of a swish, the rattle of a slam dunk, the fans on their feet for the big moments. And the action just keeps getting better until a national champion is crowned. Hear all the action with Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA men's and women's tournaments right here
on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and San Antonio's ESPN 1250.
Are you stressing about your IRS tax problems? Have you received notices from the IRS threatening to garnish your wages, levy your bank accounts, or seize your property? You need an ally. Allies Tax Relief has tax attorneys and enrolled agents that are ready to fight for you. They have saved millions for taxpayers just like you. Allies Tax Relief can help put a stop to IRS collections and, most importantly, negotiate your tax debt. Here's Brenda, a happy client of Allies Tax Relief.
I owed the IRS around $57,000, and they're about to start garnishing my paychecks. I heard a commercial on the radio about Allies Tax Relief, so I thought I'd give them a call. After a day, they were able to at least stop the garnishments, and after a few months of negotiations, I walked away owing the IRS only $301.
If you owe the IRS, call Allies Tax Relief right now for your free consultation. Call 800-230-5174. 800-230-5174. That's 800-230-5174.
Not to brag, but Progressive's Name Your Price tool is mankind's greatest tool ever. even better than the wheel. Sure, without the wheel, we wouldn't have modern transportation or funny videos of dogs riding skateboards. But without the Name Your Price tool, we wouldn't have easy access to auto insurance options based on our budget. And, well, cars do need wheels. They also need insurance, and insurance never goes flat. Learn more about the greatest tool ever, the Name Your Price tool at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Okay, I know I can't be alone on this. Is anyone else behind on their Easter prep? Because it snuck up on me. Good thing I went to Kohl's. I found Sephora beauty finds for under $25 that'll be perfect for my girls' baskets. And I saved 40% on cute dresses for them too. Then I got myself a stylish dress for 20% off, plus an extra 15% off. Oh, and I earned Kohl's cash. Kohl's saves the day again. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. Sephora and Kids Easter looks coupons do not apply. 15% offer ends March 30th. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Enjoy all your favorite sports like never before at BetMGM. Sign up using code KOSTOS, KOSTOS, and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. When you register with BetMGM, you'll get instant access to a variety of parlay selection features, live betting options, and the best daily promotions in the business. And with BetMGM at your fingertips, every play and every game matter more than ever. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. This U.S. promotional offer not available in D.C., Mississippi, North Carolina, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY for New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. For West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. First bet offer for new customers only, subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
George gets justice. If you've been injured, get George, because George gets justice. With over 100 years of combined experience and a relentless dedication to your case, the attorneys at George Salinas Injury Lawyers will fight for what's right. If you've been injured and it's not your fault, get George and get the compensation you deserve. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers today at 210-225-0909 or visit GetGeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
The Jim Rome Show.
Hey, Jim Rome here, and back in the military city of San Antonio.
Weekdays at noon on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Let's get wild.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Maddox. Glad to have you along on this Thursday afternoon as we broadcast live from Circa, Las Vegas. And if you want to follow along, follow our stories on Twitter and on, well, Instagram stories, I suppose, and Facebook at Joe Reinagle 210, at Jason Maddox, at SA Sports Star. You want to do that. You definitely want to do that. And if you're watching live on YouTube, I think I am close to having the swim camera fixed.
Well, that's good because we're actually getting some folks up here that are swimming. It's been a San Antonio reunion out here the last couple of minutes. A lot of folks from San Antonio have made it over here to Circa, Las Vegas. We appreciate them doing that. And if you know of anybody that's out here, come on, send them our way because we're having fun. Folks here that are here right now got right through, no problem, told them they were with us and let them right in.
Well, that's it. So when you go where you would normally pay, just say you're with San Antonio Sports Star, and we're easy to find, but all you have to do is find Cabana 2, which is our office today. And
which is probably the best cabana in the whole place. Well, I mean, obviously it is.
Not probably. I mean, look, when we were setting this up, you know, in like concerts, what's it called? Riders in the contract, where
right.
you want to have the different things that are available to people and whatnot. We just asked if we could be close to the bathroom. I didn't want to be next to the bathroom, but it needed to be close to the bathroom for one Joe Reinagle.
Well, and I appreciate that, but I've been drinking a lot of water, and I wish I had these
the water bottles.
Yeah, the water bottle. Well, you always wish there were a lot of things that were a little bit bigger, but it is what it is. I was born that way. What are you going to do?
Well, that's it.
So, which tells me that I may have partied a little too much last night. So I'm rehydrating, getting ready for tonight.
Well, that's a good point too, because I don't want to say we partied too much, but we've drank a lot of water today. And I think I've only been to that facility once.
Well, and the thing about it is, look, we didn't get out here till we probably landed about 11 o'clock Vegas time. I guess we got to the hotel about 11 o'clock Vegas time. So, but we stayed up late playing about games and stuff.
I know Pledge wanted to know if we were going to make it to past 3 Vegas time. And I want to say it was around 2:40. 2:40.
Yeah, it was close. Yeah.
It was close to 3, but not quite 3 o'clock.
I think we could have made it, but my bank account was telling me to go to bed.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what it was. It was like, all right, how much do you want to spend tonight? Because we got, last night, how much am I going to lose tonight? Because I still have several days here to try to turn things around.
Exactly. That's what you got to tell yourself. The problem is when you get in the casino, especially one as fun here as Circa is here, the vibe is it. The music's playing. You got the girls dancing and dealing and doing all that stuff. And, you don't want to go to bed. You want to stay up and party. It's just a great party atmosphere. So it makes it difficult. And I'm sure that's on purpose. But it's fun here. This is a fun because it's different than any other casino that I've ever been to.
Well, it's about the party, and that is what we are doing. Everybody here has a good time. You have to be 21, even when you're checking in. I mean, just to walk in the building, they check IDs. It is. But when you walk in, it's great. The restaurants here are fantastic. At some point over the next couple of days, I will have the brisket fried rice that they have here, which is incredible. I know we're going to Barry's Steakhouse tomorrow night.
Dude, I had a brisket Frito pie. They have a brisket Frito pie over here at the grill here at Stadium Swim. I've never seen anything like that. It's Fritos with brisket, jalapenos all over that thing, and it was delicious. It was fantastic. They've got
a Frito pie with brisket. You've never had that before?
I've never had that. I've never had a Frito pie with that chili. Who does that?
Well, you literally.
Oh, I have. I guess what's that?
Last year at Taste of the North Side with the Wagyu.
I sure did. Well, that was a long time ago, Minix.
It was a year ago.
Long time ago.
Taste of the North Side, not far away. In fact, you can get tickets to Taste of the North Side. Go to their website, tasteofthenorthside.org, and enter promo code STAR, and you can save $25 on tickets when you do that. You think about the NFL is constantly in the news, and Jerry hasn't done anything today, but you never know when he will. The idea that the win totals, you can bet on those right now. And earlier in the show, we talked with Mike Palm, who's the vice president of operations, and I asked him about the win total because for the Cowboys, it's right now at 10.5.
Yeah.
And that just seems high. You think about last year, the Cowboys win total was 9.5, and they ended up winning 12. Universally, we all agree the Cowboys roster today isn't as good as the one that ended the year last year with that loss to the Green Bay Packers.
Not even close.
Yet the win total projection is 10.5. A lot of things factor into that, but Vegas knows, right? Don't we all say that? Vegas knows. So is Vegas buying what Jerry is selling, that a lot of these young players that are going to have to step up now are going to be able to do that?
Well, I don't know if Vegas knows that, right? Because when
10.5 tells me they're thinking that.
Well, when Mike was on with us, the director of operations for Circa here. He was saying that all of that could change dramatically after the draft and then after the schedule comes out. So those totals could go. So as I'm looking at it right now, and I think Mike even told us they're not taking large bets on the totals of wins. Reason now they certainly will, later in the year. But man, I'm thinking 10.5 right now. Just the odds say they're not going to win 12 games again. Now they might win 11, but I think my odds are pretty good if I went in and put a bet on the under 10.5 right now.
Well, and that's it. And again, they've won 12 games 3 straight years.
Right.
We also know that nobody wins the NFC East in back-to-back years. It's apparently one of those unwritten rules of football. So, but I look at that and I go, okay, if I always go with, Vegas knows. What is Vegas knows? Because it's tempting. Kind of like the line tonight, UConn and San Diego State at UConn's a 12-point favorite. That is a tempting line. But the defense in that game is going to be incredible. Personally, I think I'd be surprised if UConn won by more than 12. But I look at that, and that's a stay away from this one. That's a sucker's bet, right? 10.5 right now looks like a sucker's bet. Either way, going under, going over. And again, with 17 games, 10.5 is so different than it was 5 years ago when 10-6 was a hell of a year.
Yeah, it was.
10-7 just doesn't feel quite as good.
It doesn't sound quite as good either.
Yeah.
Does it? It really doesn't. So, it's going to be interesting to see, but it's something to follow. What I love about being out here, and look, I mean, it's no secret. I love to gamble. Jason loves to gamble, and it's a big part of what we do and why we love sports so much. But to follow those trends is a lot of fun for me because as it sits at 10.5 right now on what is today, the 28th of March, I want to see what is on the 1st of May. What is it going to look like after the draft? Will it come down? Will it go up? And what's going to happen? I mean, look, quite frankly, when you look at the 3 teams, the Chiefs, the Niners, and the Ravens that are all at 11.5, I mean, that's a lot of wins. I mean, you think about that.
Well, I mean, to go over the Chiefs, Ravens, and Niners are going to have to go 12 wins.
Right.
And again, that wouldn't surprise me with either of those 3 teams. But if the Cowboys are only 1 win behind there, they're saying the Cowboys are still in the elite conversation of teams that are out there, even with the roster the way it sits right now. Now, we all know Vegas is there to make money, right? And again, so their factors on money's going to come in on both sides, and they want to make money, but they certainly don't want to lose money if they can break even.
Sure.
But their break even line right now has the Cowboys in the conversation with those teams that they think are going to be playoff caliber teams next year. I'm not saying Super Bowl, but playoff caliber teams next year. And it feels like with the lack of activity from the Dallas Cowboys in constructing the roster, by bringing in outside free agents, by surrounding Dak with players, because we know Dak is what he is. He's really good, but he doesn't elevate everybody around him and take them to the next level like a Patrick Mahomes does. And Jerry isn't putting people around him that will lift Dak, right? So, is it with no contract extension at this point, 1 year and see what happens? Mike McCarthy, 1 year and see what happens. Shereen Williams from Pro Football Talk a couple weeks ago on with us say, is it a soft tank in the making? Well, 10.5 in Las Vegas doesn't tell me they're thinking soft tank when it comes to Jerry Jones.
Well, and you look at that too, and it depends. So if you're thinking, if Jerry's thinking about letting Dak walk, let's just say, then you've got to get a quarterback in there, right? And I think this year's quarterback draft is about as good as it gets. And so if you were thinking about doing that, it's something maybe you should have been thinking about maybe last year at this time. And maybe the Cowboys will surprise all of us and draft a quarterback, even though as we stand right now, there are much more pressing needs for the Cowboys than quarterback, because Dak will be the quarterback this year, regardless of what happens any other time. But you got to start thinking about that. I don't think Trey Lance is a guy. I'm not sure the Cowboys think that. And look, that guy's coming up on his 5th-year option where it's going to cost the boys $22 million if they keep him. So there's so much going on in Jerry world that just doesn't make a lot of sense right now. Maybe it will a couple of months from now. But right now, it's a head scratcher. I just don't understand.
It really is. And is that part of the problem? You know, when I listen to a guy like R.J. Ochoa from the Morning Huddle, was the managing editor of Blogging the Boys. We seem to always know what the Cowboys are doing because they tell us.
Sure.
This year, they're not. And it's pissing us off, right? I mean, because we don't know the plan, because Jerry hasn't really telegraphed what the plan is that part of the problem that has the Cowboy fan base so frustrated? Because we don't know the plan, we assume they don't have one, or at the very least, a good one. Jerry is brilliant in the way he does things. We can argue his football brilliance, but to think that he doesn't have a plan, to me, is ridiculous. But we don't know what it is, and that's frustrating as hell because that is so different than what we're used to. I mean, the Cowboys this offseason are operating like Jerry took a class from R.C. Buford and Greg Popovich. All right? I mean, doesn't it feel that way?
Yeah, it does. But the good news, and for us, Jerry will never stick to that because he likes to be in the spotlight. And so that will change at some point in time. I want to go back to something, Maddox, that you said earlier. And if people didn't realize it, you were talking about, you said you didn't say Super Bowl. And see, that's the difference, folks. Everybody that's listening out there, he said, not necessarily, but that will change in the coming months.
Oh, it will.
So about I don't know, July.
Because, Joe,
Super Bowl, Cowboys, we're going. This is our year.
I mean, it's possible, but you make it impossible to have any kind of conversation because, you always will come back to Super Bowl or Dak sucks. And even if we're not talking about Dak, you're going to roll it back there, which makes it impossible to have an intelligent conversation. So that's why before you went there, I just headed you off at the path so you didn't get distracted and go, squirrel, what's going on there?
Well, I saw the squirrel a little later.
Yeah. No, you didn't see the squirrel, so you created one.
Yeah, let's get something straight. For the record, everybody that's listening and watching on YouTube, however you're listening, Dak Prescott is a good quarterback, but he folds in the big moments.
Yep.
I love you, Dak. Okay. I do. I love you, Dak. You do so many great things for everybody and charities, and you're a good quarterback, and you're a good dude. But you fold like a tent when it comes to the big moments. That's how I feel about Dak Prescott, for the record.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until he does it. And you're full of crap, Ryan Engel, if you think that getting to an NFC championship game would be good enough. Because you would say the same damn thing you just did. Big moment, he folded. So you tell me all he has to do is get to the second round. All he has to do is get to an NFC championship game, and all would be right in the world. And nobody buys your BS on that.
Dude, I was going to wear a skirt to the Roo Pub. I put my butt on the line for Dak Prescott, and knowing that he would fold up like a cheap suit, and he did.
I mean, you
and
say
so I was off
you
the
put
hook.
your butt on the line. That's like all these people that say, we'll give you $1 million if you have a perfect bracket, because you know damn well it ain't going to happen.
Well, exactly.
You didn't put your butt on the line.
So I will have to admit, though, I was a little bit worried when the Eagles folded like they did, and the Cowboys had a couple of games. I'm going, oh, no, this might actually happen. And then I'm watching the Green Bay game, just giggling, going, well, I should have known. What was I worried about?
Just giggling like a man in a skirt, slinging drinks over at the Roo Pub. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star as we are live at Circa Las Vegas. And I'll tell you what, this weekend, we're traveling this weekend because otherwise the grill would be full this weekend. You want to make sure you've got the best meal. That starts with the best meat. The best place to get that is at Tri-County Meat Market, and there are two great locations over off Fair Oaks and, of course, on a Huebner. And, of course, Easter weekend. And, there's great specials over there at Tri-County Meat Market. You want to do a nice prime rib this weekend, a brisket, maybe a picanha. You're feeding a lot of people. Maybe you want to do some beef ribs because this is one of the majors. You've got to do it right this weekend at Tri-County Meat Market, and they're going to make sure you get it taken care of. If you're not sure what you want to do this weekend, just walk in and let the meat counter talk to you. Let the guys behind the counter guide you. But that meat will tell you. Maybe you want to do a nice tomahawk steak because, you got to do something good this weekend. And they got everything else. You want to do the poppers. Their fajitas are incredible. But I think this is one of those weekends where you have to go big. It's a good brisket kind of weekend. Opening day of Major League Baseball. You're driving around right now. Go by Tri-County Meat Market and get their hot dogs because they got the best hot dogs on the planet there at Tri-County Meat Market. You can always take advantage of their Pick 5 for 25, and they always offer a 10% discount for military and first responders. 2 great locations on Ralph Fair Road and on Huebner, online at tricountymeat.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with Rob and RJ.
Friday on the Morning Huddle. Congratulations, you made it. Are your brackets intact? Is Connecticut headed the right way? Did Bama do it? What about Cyclones? We'll cover everything that happened and look forward to another spectacular night.
Plus, the Spurs are back in action tonight. Can they win 3 in a row for the first time this season? Also, what'd you do on opening day? We'll discuss at 6 a.m.
When it's time for the March Mania brackets to bust wide open. As I was saying, it's mad. The Mania of March at BetUS.com is all about those buzzer beat bonus offers. And when the madness starts and Cinderella man steps onto the BetUS always has your back with back-to-back 125% sign-up bonuses on your first 3 deposits and even 10% gambler's insurance. BetUS.com Sportsbook and Casino, where the game... Join today. BetUS Sportsbook and Casino, where the game begins.
Now, during Staples Print Big Sale, get $20 off your print purchase of $100 or more, $50 off your print purchase of $200 or more, and $100 off your print purchase of $300 or more. So the more you print at Staples, the more you save. To demonstrate, print at Staples, you save. But if you print at Staples, you save. See how that works? Staples Print Big Sale. Print more, save more. Up to $100. Ends 4/6. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6580. That's 800-583-6580.
Hey, poker players, the Big Blind is open. With a true Vegas feel, the Big Blind is the premier poker room in San Antonio, featuring an upscale environment catering to players from all abilities. Whether you are seeking high-octane tournaments or lively cash games, the Big Blind has a game for everyone. The Big Blind at 281 in Redland Road, just down from the Roo Pub, offers daily cash games to daily, weekly, and monthly tournaments. Learn more online at thebigblindsa.com. The Big Blind at 281 in Redland Road.
Find what you love, love what you find. A Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you. Spirits and beer, thousands of wines. Walk right through the door. It's all here to explore. With guides in the know and prices so low, it just might blow your mind. You're gonna find what you love and love what you find.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Ulta Beauty's semi-annual beauty event is happening now. Unleash your love for beauty with 50% off daily beauty steals on hair, skin, makeup, and fragrance. Shop your favorite brands like Tarte and Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. Plus, grab perfect hair care pairs from brands like Redken and Olaplex. And check out new arrivals from brands like Charlotte Tilbury and Dyson. Shop the Ulta Beauty semi-annual beauty event online, in-store, or try pickup today. Now through March 28th. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful. Conditions apply.
Are you ready? Korn, live in concert in San Antonio. Frost Bank Center, October 21st. With special guests, Gojira and Spirit Box. Korn. Get tickets this Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. For more, visit cornofficial.com.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Check out the 2024 Basketball Mayhem at sasportstar.com. Enter your best bracket for the chance to win an incredible $1 million prize at sasportstar.com.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Maddox, live out at Circa, Las Vegas. A beautiful day out here.
A very sunny day. That's for sure. It is a sunny Las Vegas day, and the sun's been wreaking havoc on some of our equipment, but we're getting through it. And I tell you what, work. I don't know if I'm going to do anything, Jason. I may just go to bed after this.
If you see, if you're watching on YouTube and you're wondering where the swim cam is, I've got the temperature warning on my iPad that it needs to cool down before you can use it. Son of a.
Yeah, it's a little warm. That's okay. We'll keep you posted on what's going on. And again, the Astros doing well to open this Major League Baseball season. Rangers play tonight, taking on the Cubs as they start defense of their World Series championship.
Well, and again, I mean, you in that game over on ESPN AM 1250 tonight, we are the home of the Texas Rangers. Interesting talking with Greg Maddox earlier today. Now, granted, his brother is on the staff of the Rangers, the pitching coach, and then, of course, he's really good friends with Bochy and the old school style of baseball, but he likes them with the chance to repeat. You know, a team not named the Dodgers, and I'm an Astro fan, so I'm biased, but, you know, you look at the potential of another Texas team in the World Series, whether it be the Astros or the Rangers, and I think that's going to be the battle in the division. And, you know, the Braves are going to be good again this year. They're going to have a chance. You know, but you look at it and you start, you know, and this is the fun because it's opening day. It should be a damn national holiday. But
national holiday.
You know,
why not?
You look at it and you sit there and you say, what can we do to, you know, to get there? Because, I mean, you know, baseball is such a long season, and injuries and luck and trash cans always play a part in it. But but it's just so fun. But, you know, there's going to be some really good baseball played in the state of Texas. And then, but you look around, you know, out of the National League, there will be some teams that are going to try to challenge the Los Angeles Dodgers. Your St. Louis Cardinals aren't one of them, but there will be some teams that are going to try to challenge.
You know, that's a false statement. I was been reading up on the Cards and what they're doing and how they're handling things, and there's high hopes for the Cards. Now, they're not one of the upper echelon, at least preseason, you know, predictions, but they're there and they could make a run. Again, you said it. I mean, it's such a long season in Major League Baseball that anything can happen to derail a team or lift one up. And it's such a long season. So what happens in March and April, you know, gets you a good foundation, but it really doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of unless you just don't win a game, obviously. But, I mean, you can play 500 ball the first couple of months and still be okay.
Well, and again, you look at win totals in baseball, man, that's one of the scarier things to bet on because, you know, an injury could derail a lot of things, but not necessarily your postseason hopes. On Yahoo, they went through their predictions of division winners and all the different experts they have. Most everybody taking Baltimore. One dude takes the Yankees. In the AL Central, everybody that works for Yahoo that does this is taking the Twins. The AL West I find interesting from Yahoo. 4 take the Astros, 1 take the Rangers, and one dude, the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners made a good run late last year, and they're going to be better, but I do feel like it's the Astros and the Rangers head and shoulders in the AL West. Wild card for most. Tampa Bay is in that mix. So is Toronto. On the NL side, Braves across the board in the NL East. The NL Central, all but one picked the Cubs. That guy picked the Cardinals. Everybody's picking the Dodgers in the NL West. But your wild card teams include the Padres. And, of course, that would include a lot of former San Antonio Missions. Only one gives an opportunity for the Diamondbacks, who made that surprising run last year.
Well, again, I love predictions, and you're just going off what you have heard and seen early in spring training and all of that, and I get it, and that's what we do, right? You make your predictions. But so many things can happen. I mean, nobody expected the Diamondbacks to do what they did last year. Nobody. There's not one person at this time of year last year had the Diamondbacks doing anything close to what they ended up doing. So that's what makes it so much fun. You think you have a good feeling about it, and then one team gets hot, and that's all it takes. And that's what makes it so much fun.
Speaking of things getting hot, my laptop just said it's overheated and shut off.
Your laptop, really?
Yes, my entire laptop.
Well, that's why I keep trying to keep mine out of the sun over here.
I thought I was doing a pretty good job out of the sun, but yes, my entire laptop has just decided to stop working. So I have no idea where we are in the show because I don't have a rundown.
Well, that's okay. We just BS with everybody and just have fun. It's just a bunch of people sitting around the bar having a beer talking.
Well, that's kind of what we do.
That's it. That's exactly what we do.
It's exactly what we do, and always try to have a lot of fun with it.
I'm looking also because along with opening day of Major League Baseball, you have the Sweet 16 round that kicks off tonight. And I haven't seen a lot of movement in a lot of those lines here. When we first got out here a couple hours ago or so, there were a bunch of lines that were moving real time, and you could see them change. That UConn was one of them, and there were a couple of others that changed too. But here over the past hour and a half, nothing's changed. Everything's still staying the same. And so that's good for Circa because you figure people are betting both ways. I know Mike Palm, the director of operations, when he was on with us earlier here on the Blitz, said that a lot of people were taking Illinois. They like Illinois. I do too. And I think they're better than Iowa State, and I think they're going to win that game tonight. If there's any one of the four on the board tonight that I would actually throw some money down on, it would be the Illini.
Well, and you look at that, and I wonder betting trends because it is interesting because it was when we were out here early this morning setting up, and there was that it was kind of interesting and fun, and then now it stopped. Do you think as we get closer to game time, people start getting more into it, right? Like, are you one that you wake up in the morning, you look at lines, and you get in what you need to get in, or do you wait and see right at the end what the movement has been throughout the day, and then right before the game starts, within like 15, 20 minutes a tip, is that when you go up to the window and put in your request?
Well, it depends, I guess, on if you're on the fence with somebody. Say you're on the fence with Illinois and Iowa State, and that line jumps to 2 or 2.5. That might push you over the edge. A lot of people do that. But if you wake up in the morning and you go down to the sports book and you already have a great feeling about a team and you like the number, do it. And then, you watch and sometimes it burns you, sometimes it doesn't, as far as, you could have got it for a better price. But I just think it's fascinating to be out here and doing the show here and be able to watch that board and see those things tick off so you kind of know what's going. But, the more I think about it, Maddox, Illinois is going to be the play tonight.
Well, and Arizona Clemson is one that I've been eyeing quite a bit. That's the first game up tonight. Games that you can listen to all of them here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. And again, I think Illinois beats Iowa State. I mean, and as much as you like to give people crap for going chalk, all number one seeds are still alive in this tournament. But when you look at it, Arizona is one of those teams that have a lot of people have in the Final Four, and that line is only at 7 with 152.5 as the over. That certainly is that's one that I like.
Well, and it's funny you should mention that because that's one of them that moved while we were out here earlier. When we first came out here, it was at 6.5 and then jumped to 7, and it's stayed there now for some time. So I think a lot of people feel. But look, I don't think Clemson. They played well last week against Baylor, but Baylor still had an opportunity to win that game and didn't get it done. I think Clemson's got some good players, elite players. No. So I'm not sure. I think they're one of those teams that you're going to find out tonight that they don't belong here, and Arizona's going to send them packing. How you doing there on that thing? Is it still hot?
Yeah. Well, it's true. Yeah. We're struggling.
Equipment problem.
Computer problem.
Yeah. Minix with equipment problems. That's something you've probably heard many times.
Never.
So while he fixes his equipment, if that's possible, you go talk to Frank Thomas. He can help you with that.
Yeah, we met Frank Thomas earlier today.
We did, and so you should maybe see if he's still around. Maybe he can hook you up.
Yeah, that equipment doesn't need the help. My damn laptop that just decided it's hot and it just restarted all on itself. And I don't know if that's from the heat or, the laptops, our company laptops tend to have a mind of their own sometimes. And they just will just randomly restart in the middle of whatever you're doing.
See, it's not hot out here. It's very comfortable, actually.
Yes.
But the sun, where we are in this cabana, and the opening that we have is just beating down on the equipment, and it's overheating it, and that's the problem that we're having. So just if you hear us talking about stuff like that, that's what we're doing, and that's the trouble we're having. Other than that, it is absolutely perfect, y'all. I mean, absolutely perfect. We're here at Circa Las Vegas. We're here at Stadium Swim and getting ready, enjoying some baseball on the big screens that they have here at Stadium Swim, getting ready for the Sweet 16 tonight. Man, I tell you what, there's just no better place to be, and we're enjoying it. And the folks here at Circa Las Vegas are treating us very well, and we appreciate them. I'd like to know what you guys are. You still involved in the NCAA basketball tournament? I mean, I am, obviously. I know Jason is. I know Rob is. RJ. We're all geeks, and we're still into this stuff, and I think it's exciting. I love the Sweet 16 round. Maybe one of the most exciting of the entire tournament, and I can't wait to see how this all plays out. But are you guys still involved in what's going on? Are you still following this thing closely, or if you filled out a bracket and it's just trash now, have you just lost interest in this thing? We'd love to hear from you guys. 210-656. That's it.
ESPN.
That's the one.
3776.
Why did I want to go to like 366 something?
5,000? Was that the old Ken's
Maybe
5
that's
main number?
It. Yeah. 656-3776. I know this stuff.
I can tell. I can tell.
Slips all by.
You know all of this stuff.
Oh my goodness. I'm curious. Do you think people are still into this thing the way that they started?
Well, I mean, the opening weekend, the 2 days of the first round action, and then going in, especially when you get the upsets with the mid majors and whatnot, you love that as a fan. But yes, I mean, unless you're just a Baylor fan and not a basketball fan, maybe you don't give a damn at this point because your team is out. But I do think tonight places like the Rue Pub are going to be hopping, any kind of sports bar, because you want to watch games. They start at 6. The late games start around 9, just after 9 for the last game tonight, which obviously people on the East Coast aren't happy about because that's 10 o'clock their time. But, but I always wonder about East Coast people. They always seem to complain, but games end at midnight, 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast all the time. You get used to it, and that's a part of your life. Just like West Coast games start early. I think we live in the perfect time zone, being in the central time zone. That's one of the weird things about being on the West Coast. You get up at 8 o'clock this morning or 8:30, whatever time I rolled out, and it's already 10:30, and you check your phone and you got 71 emails, and it's like, good, well, the rest of the world has been going for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, and that's kind of strange, isn't it? Although it's hard to sleep out here. Although I slept a little later than normal because we didn't go to bed till damn near 4 o'clock.
Did you actually sleep, or you just passed out?
Well, I'm sure
got back to the room. I mean,
exactly.
Let's be honest.
Well, all my stuff was put away. I remember doing that, so it's all good. But yes, to answer your question, it was a fun night, and I'm looking forward to this.
Your stuff is put away?
Well, I mean, you take stuff out of your pockets instead of you plugging your phone, and all of that stuff was done. So, yeah, I have my wits about me in that respect. But, yeah, once my head hit the pillow, I'm sure I was like,
well, I think at that point you say your wits are about you. You made it back to your room.
I did.
Yeah, I mean, so
I'm fortunate, though, because my room is like you get off the elevator and it's pretty much right there.
Yeah.
I like that. I've had rooms where they're all the way down. Sometimes you bounce off the walls getting there.
Well, you still could have done that, and that's and then you go into some hotels and they got those weird patterns on the carpet, which I always wonder about because very, very few people are walking back to their room sober.
Yes.
Do they really need carpets like that? Here it's just good blue carpet.
Well, they have cameras, and the security people probably laugh their asses off.
Well, of course they
watching that stuff. So it's fun. It was a fun night. And love being here at Circa Las Vegas. It's just a great time.
We've got John McLean coming up at 5:15 to talk about what's going on in the NFL, some of these rule changes this week, and the latest from John on the Houston Texans as we roll on here from Circa Las Vegas on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You talk about being at nice places. If you played in our golf tournament last Monday, you know now all about the Golf Club of Texas. Everything that we've been telling you about that place and the improvements that they've made and are still making, you understand now. That golf course is one of the premier golf courses in San Antonio and South Texas. Not a private club, but it has that country club feel. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Golf Club of Texas offers some of the best course conditions in town with the friendliest staff. And if you were at the golf tournament, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The staff was sensational during our golf tournament, but they're not just that during a golf tournament. They're like that 7 days a week. Now, they also have the Tin Cup restaurant out there, and it's always open to the public. And it's a great, friendly staff in there. And the food is absolutely fantastic. In fact, if you're not a golfer, you want to take your family out there, have dinner. It's the best sit-down restaurant in that part of town. And guess what? It's not going to break the bank when you take your family out there for a fantastic dinner. Look, if you want to go out for a round with your buddies, your next tournament, best rates always available at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. Go check them out. It's worth it. I promise you, you'll love it. The Golf Club of Texas, the friendliest golf course in Texas.
You're listening to The Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Enjoy all your favorite sports like never before at BetMGM. Sign up using code KOSTOS, KOSTOS, and receive up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if you don't win your first bet. When you register with BetMGM, you'll get instant access to a variety of parlay selection features, live betting options, and the best daily promotions in the business. And with BetMGM at your fingertips, every play and every game matter more than ever. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. This U.S. promotional offer not available in D.C., Mississippi, North Carolina, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER in the U.S. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY for New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP in Arizona. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. For West Virginia, visit www.1800gambler.net. First bet offer for new customers only, subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
World Championship Boxing is coming to San Antonio. Freddie Roach, legendary trainer of rising star Gio Cabrera, will be headlining the boxing event of the year at the Boeing Tech Port Arena. Stars like Justin Figueroa, Shariah Moreau, along with several Texas fighters are set to light up the ring. Don't miss this epic showdown, Saturday, March 30th. Doors open at 5 p.m. Get your tickets now at dmpboxing.com or call 210-600-3699 for details. Brought to you by Everlast, Quintana Rum, and Desi Martinez Promotions.
Now is the best time to buy a Connecticut water softener. With current models being closed out to make way for the new ones, you can save big. Call Connecticut at 656-PURE and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you. That's 656-PURE.
Are you ready to party with a purpose? Taste of the Northside is Thursday, April 18th at the beautiful Security Service Event Center. This elevated fiesta event for foodies includes on-site covered parking, entertainment, unlimited tastings from over 30 premier restaurants, countless curated wines and craft beers, hosted by Brighton Center, presented by HEB. Purchase tickets at tasteofthenorthside.org. Proceeds benefit Brighton Center, the largest nonprofit in San Antonio serving children with disabilities through pediatric therapy and education initiatives.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Get to Twin Peaks for the tips. This beer-battered cod is served with house-made tartar, malt vinegar, and French fries, and score them along with a 22-ounce Miller Lite or Coors Light for just $12. That's every Friday through Easter. Twin Peaks!
Sherry, what have you done to your hair? What do you mean? Does it not look good? It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret. No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic. Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous. I was so tired of having thin and brittle hair. Ugh, and the shedding. So I figured I'd give hair volume a try. Needless to say, I'm thrilled with the results. Hey, where are you going? I'm going to pick up some hair volume right now. My reunion's next month and I want my hair to look as good as yours.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or your local Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS. Available as a tablet or delicious gummy. Help your hair look full, voluminous, and beautiful again at newnordicusa.com, Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS.
Listen to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on your Amazon or Google smart speaker and just say, Alexa, play 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Major League Baseball season is underway and already some great games. The Astros, in fact, playing at home against the Yankees. They're in a dogfight. They just went to the top half of the 7th inning. They are all tied up at 4. Now, the Texas Rangers, the World Series champions, they're going to defend their title or at least start that tonight. Open up the season at home against the Chicago Cubs. First pitch set for 6:35. You can catch it on ESPN 1250.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle, I'm Jason Minix. On this Thursday afternoon, we are live at Circa, Las Vegas, doing the show in Cabana 2 at Stadium Swim.
Yes, we are. What a great day it is here in Las Vegas. We're having a good time here at the Circa Las Vegas Resort, and a lot of folks having a good time. It's turning out to be a beautiful day. I mean, my goodness, the sunshine. It's not overly hot, not cool. It was cool earlier here today.
Yeah.
But it's turned out absolutely perfect. And everybody having a great time. And so are we. We're having a great time. Wish you were all here with us.
Absolutely. We wish you were here with us. And I tell you what, we're going to be back here tomorrow. And you guys want to go and be a part of this. And if you're out here in Las Vegas, or you know somebody that is, here's the key. You come to Circa, Stadium Swim. It's normally $30 to get in. But if you say you're with San Antonio Sports Star, you get a free wristband and you get to come hang out with us. And we've got 6 from San Antonio that have already done that today. And based on some direct messaging on social media, we're going to have a lot more than that tomorrow on Friday, which is way cool to have a San Antonio day at Circa, Las Vegas.
Just kind of taking over. Yeah, we've gotten a couple of messages saying folks they are inbound as we speak. So they will be here and ready to go. We're hoping that this continues to be a I don't know, a 3, 4, 5, 6 time a year thing, the Circa will invite us back out here. And if they do that, certainly and find some ways to get everybody out here with us, because they love San Antonio. They've said that a million times to us. They love San Antonio. The San Antonio people that come out here to visit, they are just great folks, and we know that. Now the folks at Circa know that, and that's why they wanted to have us out here to kind of see what it's all about. And if you haven't been here, if you go to Las Vegas, try Circa next time. Give it a try. You're going to like it. No matter where else you normally stay, try Circa, because you're going to love it, especially out here at Stadium Swim.
Well, and, one of the other things that I find interesting, and again, people that couldn't come this weekend because, Easter, whatever, you got the Brahmas game on Sunday, you already have tickets to, whatever the case is, that discount code was only for this weekend.
Yes.
I had 2 people tell me, hey, man, I tried booking in the summer and it didn't work. Well, no, it's only for this weekend that was available, although we might talk to them and work something out to where that could be a little bit more regular. Now, on the flight over here to Las Vegas last night, I got to see something that, I think is noteworthy. I saw the Spurs win 2 games in a row. They got a win last night that, quite frankly, I didn't think they were going to win. Going into it, I did not give the Spurs much of a chance last night on the road against the Utah Jazz. And I was able to watch some crack stream Jazz feed of it that was a little bit in and out. It was interesting, too, because during commercial breaks, you hear the TV play-by-play, they go commercial breaks, and then you watch whatever's going on in the arena, some sort of stadium feed, which I thought was interesting. But I tell you what, last night, the Spurs Wemby was so damn good that even when it kind of felt like they were going to try to give it away, they didn't. They made the plays they needed to play winning basketball and go get that W.
Yeah, no doubt. Wemby was great, but hey, give my boy Devin Vassell some props.
Oh, now he's your boy, huh?
That guy was fantastic last night. 31 points. He led the way for the Spurs. But again, when you look at Wemby, and everybody talks about the blocks, and I guess so, because this guy's a 5-block a night guy, and I think you're going to start to see that's going to be on a regular basis. I think last night, and I could be off, but I think it was his 21st game this year with 5 blocks at minimum. And so the guy's incredible, but he is 7'4" with and his arms are like 6'1". So he ought to block some shots, shouldn't he?
Well, you would think, but you think about getting that win last night, and Pop afterwards, pretty easy on how they were able to, why they were able to get that win.
We shot really well in the first half. You knew that was going to change a little bit. We turned it over, so we didn't shoot as well in the second half, but we didn't turn it over like we did in the first half. And Malachi came in and got 3 or 4 buckets for us when we needed to score. We were having a tough time, so he deserves a lot of credit for keeping us going offensively. And overall, the defense, again, was good. Physical, followed with a good pace offensively, and it was a good night.
It was. They looked good. They were playing hard. And it almost seemed, Jason, and I was watching out of the corner of my eye the broadcast because I couldn't get that on my laptop. I was watching out of the corner of my eye to yours. And the Spurs with Wemby were playing the way they had been playing without Wemby. Just more of a free flow, a freestyle. And it looked good. They were hustling, they were running, they were going for loose balls, and that team last night with Wemby on the floor played some great basketball.
Well, they did, and when you talk about Devin Vassell and what he did, even Wemby talked about just the confidence that Devin is playing with right now.
More and more, he's becoming a real problem for defenses. So it's it's beautiful to see him evolve like this throughout the year, and I don't know how many 30-point games he's had, but lately he's or 25 plus. He's had a lot, and it's we have to know our strengths and what we want to develop, and he's a big part of it. So all of us trust him.
Well, and Vassell has since the All-Star break, Devin Vassell has been a different player. I mean, he really has. And look, he's always been good. He can score, but he's been a different player in the sense that he's more of a teammate. He's playing more unselfish basketball with Wemby on the floor, and it's paying dividends for him. The more unselfish he is, the better it is for him. He's still going to get his shots because that's been the one thing that the Spurs have lacked was that shooter, that scorer. And Devin Vassell is turning into that guy for this team.
He is. And again, I mean, they made a lot of shots last night. They had a lot of assists, 40 assists as a team, the most for a Spurs team since 2013, but 40 assists on 44 made field goals. First time a team has recorded over 40 assists with a 90% assist rate since the Warriors did it in 2016, according to Alaya Sports. Jordan Howardstein from Spurs PR tweeted that out last night. And when you think about, what that means, I mean, even Devin talked about, is that the beautiful game? He says, 40 assists, that's Spurs basketball.
That's the Spurs basketball. That's Spurs way. Pop preaches it all the time. Extra pass, one more. Whoever's open, get the open shot, and that's what it was. We were knocking down shots today, and everybody was sharing it. So we just got to turn the ball over a little bit less. But like I said, overall, great team win.
Yeah, and I love to see the development of Devin Vassell, and I think he is going to be the part of the future of this team and part of the building blocks that they can build around he and Victor Wembanyama. So I'm happy to see him playing. It's funny because on our YouTube channel, getting some comments in there saying Spurs won because Keldon Johnson didn't play.
Well,
I mean, he didn't play, and they did win, so that is a fact.
Well, and again, one step closer to not setting a franchise record for suckage. And they've got a tough schedule down the stretch over the remaining games. And if they're going to get – because they have to, play damn near 500 basketball to not break that record or tie that record.
Yeah,
last night I'd say was that was a win that – probably most didn't think was possible. And Wemby questionable going in. And he had some plays. And I know you couldn't watch it because it was the Utah Jazz feed. This is what pisses me off. Although it's always interesting to hear what the other guys are saying about your guys.
Yeah.
But he had this one play, and I'm like, Joe, you got to see this. Wait for the replay. And they never showed it.
I
mean, they never showed it. But, he had a block on one end and a dunk on the other, and then another. Trey Jones with the beautiful alley-oop pass where you could just tell the chemistry between those guys because when Trey threw it and where Wemby was, and obviously because of his size, you would not have thought that was possible. But that was something that clearly you could say they had been working on.
Yeah, so Wemby is getting so much better, and I do believe he's tired. I mean, he looks tired at times. The games that he set out a game, which I think helped him last night, but I think he is hitting that so-called rookie wall. But this guy is the improvement that we've seen, and I don't mean that improved. He's always had the talent, but I'm talking about the improvement of playing the NBA game. He looks like he knows exactly where he's at, exactly what he's doing at every particular moment. And we all can remember back in November and December where this guy was walking around like he didn't have a clue what he was doing. Now he's starting to get it. Can you imagine this guy coming into next year with some pieces around him? I'm going to tell you what, if this guy continues to improve at this clip, and the sky's the limit for this team, and I don't think it's going to take that long. Wait, you looking at me funny or what?
Yeah, it's not going to take long.
It's not going to take long.
I'm trying to figure out how do I segue into this. We've got John McLean coming up, but we have Korn tickets to give away. And does Joe Reinagle know a Korn song?
Not by title, no, but I probably would know it if you played one.
Well, I mean, do you know what Adidas means in the world of Korn?
It's a tennis shoe.
In the world of Korn.
Oh, in the world of Korn. I don't know. Is it a cob?
Possibly.
Is that the Greek word for cob? Adidas. Give me an Adidas.
Should we tell them, Pledge?
All day I dream about something.
Adidas? I'm saying something's going to be fired or what?
Well, it's sex.
Oh. Well, who knew?
Well, I mean, do you know the song "Freak on a Leash"?
No.
I
mean, I don't know the title of it. No. And I'm not necessarily a corn fan, although I do like the Cobb version.
Careful.
Yeah.
This is corn. This was one show, one concert. We saw them down at the pavilion in the Woodlands, and they were, Allison James was opening up for them, and I bought really good seats, like third row, just out of the pit. And my wife was like, is that a section over there on a roof? Because I'm getting the hell out of this crowd. and so me and the kiddo were down there. But yeah, that was a hell of a show.
So they're coming to the Frostbank Center.
They are coming to the Frostbank Center.
Do we know who's with them?
We do. It's in the notes somewhere.
Well, it's not important because I probably know who the hell they are.
Spirit Box, I know, is on that show. It's
Go
going to be a hell
Giro.
of a show. Corn, that's it. Corn puts on a hell of a show. That's a lot of fun. Well, you'd be scared. If you're not like Joe Reinagel and you want to go see Corn and not be scared and have good seats, they're playing the Frostbank Center on October 21st. If you don't win the tickets, you can always buy them at livenation.com. But we will give you a pair of tickets right now if you are caller number 9, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776.
The one good news, no matter where I'm at in the Frostbank Center, I'd be able to see Corn just fine. In fact, I see everything just fine now, thanks to my friends at Parkhurst New Vision. Had that lens replacement surgery about a year ago now. And, boy, I tell you what, it has completely changed my life. No readers, no glasses, none of that stuff. I don't have to remember to bring it. I don't have to remember any of it. I just see and see well. It is amazing. In fact, my results were so great. My wife, Maggie, had her eyes done at Parkhurst New Vision, and she is loving the way it has changed her life as well. Look, you can have the same results and the same freedom that Maggie and I have. First step, though, you got to take is to call Parkhurst New Vision. That number is 210-585-2020. You can also check them out online at sanantoniolasik.com. When you call them, set up your consultation. You go in, tell them I sent you, Joe Reinagel from the Blitz, and then ask all your questions. They will talk to you about the process that they go through to make sure you're a candidate and then what they're going to do to fix your eyesight and fix it permanently. It is a remarkable place. You are going to love it. Look, let Parkhurst New Vision do for your family what they've done for my family. Call them today, 210-585-2020.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is your home for college basketball's national championship.
On their way to their 12th national title game.
68 teams, Sweet 16, Elite 8, the Final Four, one winner takes all. Hear it all on your home for March Madness. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, presented by Westwood One.
Over the past decade, the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the UFC fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and certainly the best place to watch a game. The Roo Pub is next to the Angry Elephant and in the same plaza as the Big Blind there at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Hi, everybody. It's Joe Reinagel. You know, now is a great time of year to get your roof inspected and ready for our crazy spring weather, be it hot, cold, rain, or hail. Who knows what Mother Nature has in store for us this year? Call Stevens Roofing at 210-785-0994. You know, your roof protects your home and your family. A quality roof overhead means comfort, confidence, and certainly peace of mind. Now is the time to get your roof ready for spring. Call Stevens Roofing at 210-785-0994 or go to stevensroofing.net.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
If you're a man and you live in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, you need to pay close attention to what I'm about to say. Are you having issues rising to the occasion? Do you constantly worry about whether or not you can perform? Have you completely stopped having adult time? Is it something you just don't talk about? Guys, we have a solution. Mojo, the 100% guaranteed male enhancement pill that's fast, effective, and was designed to reignite passion, performance, and confidence in the bedroom. Yeah. Be ready at a moment's notice with the Mojo Male Enhancement Pill from Pure Line Nutrition. And for those of you who have used Mojo, check out Mojo Enduramax.
Touchdown!
A new formula that improves the potency and effectiveness of Mojo. Get fast results, last longer, and be the man she'll never forget. Mojo and Mojo Enduramax. 100% natural male enhancement formulas only available at Pure Line Nutrition. Call now, 210-494-2210. That's 210-494-2210. Or visit us online at thepureline.com.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney, an attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Check out the 2024 Basketball Mayhem at sasportstar.com. Enter your best bracket for the chance to win an incredible $1 million prize at sasportstar.com.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinickle. I'm Jason live in Las Vegas.
Circa Las Vegas
is where we are right now.
Actually,
At the pool. Chilling out. We've got really going on.
It is open day.
Also, you got
Week 16, which continues tonight. You know, it's always all up to the NFL. Let's talk about it. John from HoustonSports.com joining us on the Buccaneers barricades and get us tonight. John, think about the rule changes that we've already, or that we've some get made this week. Obviously, everybody's talking about the kickoff rule, which is, I think, going to be the most impactful. The one I think is interesting is the intentional challenge attack that if one right, I think that could be major down the stretch.
Of every show I've been on, and every question asked me about what happened in Orlando, not one person has mentioned that. You are the first. And I think it's great. Yes, you are the deepest thinker. And I think that that's not going to have an impact on the game. It'll be a minor thing. Kickoff return is going to have a humongous impact on the game.
Well, yeah, it's going to be interesting, and I think it's going to take fans a moment to get used to that. But I like the fact, John, that it brings the kickoff back. I mean, it's now going to be a play, and an exciting one, I think, for the most part.
Absolutely. I've been reading everything I can about it, and I've looked at videos from the XFL, how it was used, and the strategy is pretty unbelievable. You got guys in motion, you got reverses, fake reverses, backward passes on kickoffs. And if you get beyond the initial wave, because the coverage team lines up on your 40, and if you get past that initial wave, you're gone. And it's up to the kickoff team, do you want to send everybody down? Do you want to hold some guys back? Do you want to force things to the middle? There's a lot of strategy goes into it. And the coup de grace on this rule change was when they had 13 kickoffs and no touchbacks in the Super Bowl. You know, they went from thinking about abandoning it and just starting every series on the 25 to this radical change. They put it in on a 1-year experimental basis, which means to have it approved again won't require as many votes as it would if they put it in on a permanent basis, if they want to change it.
Well, and one of the things that I'm a big fan of what they've done with some of the rule variances in the spring leagues that are there. And I love the idea of the kickoff rule because, you know, they have completely changed I think that and the challenges are massive because the NFL doesn't seem to like change. We hear a lot of rule changes talked about, and then they don't go through. And everybody wants to talk about the hip drop tackle and all that. And I think, we were talking about it with Wade Phillips yesterday, and, he's like, nobody coaches that. But how do you bring a guy to the ground without dropping your weight? But like the horse collar, the guys will have to figure it out once penalties start to fly.
I think the thing about the challenge is great because to me, if you get it right, there should be some advantage to that. So I like what they've done, and it should help teams in the fourth quarter, especially later in the games. And as far as the hip drop tackle, every rule that's changed is made to benefit the offense. Ratings were down a little bit last year. Fans want to see offense. They want to see scoring. They want excitement. They don't want a pitcher's duel. And it's hard enough to tackle somebody. Think if you're trying to tackle a 6'5", 260-pound tight end, and you're 5'11" and 200, and certain areas you can't hit him. You can't hit him around the neck or head. You can't hit him in the knees. And so now you can't put your arms around him and pull him down from behind and twist him. They found 2 or 3 examples where guys have gotten hurt, key players. But you know what? If you wanted to outlaw other things, you could find examples. You can find anything you're searching for. And, of course, they want to keep players healthy. But the bottom line is they want to help the offense. And the challenges will help the offense. And the kickoff return rule will help the offense. And, of course, the hip drop tackle. I'd never even heard that term used till a year ago. That's going to help the offense.
Well, what aggravates me about that, John, quite honestly, is the Players Union came out against changing that rule. J.J. Watt, I saw he was upset about it. I'm really surprised, and I want to know if you're surprised that the owners went ahead with that, even though the Players Union came out against it.
They don't give a rat's about what the union says unless it's part of the collecting and bargaining agreement, and they have to listen. They didn't even act like they paid much attention to what the union thought. They didn't talk to them about it. They didn't let the union have their say about it. And it's like, we don't have to, so we're not. So there, it's kind of like your parents telling you, I'm your parent. That's, and that's the way it's going to be. And that's the way they've done the players, and the defensive players don't like it at all.
John McLean, Dad. He tells it the way it is. That's how it is. The great John McLean here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. The idea of all the news from the owners' meetings, and Cal McNair, I think, was an easy decision. That was a formality, right? Not much threat that owners would not approve that, right?
No, that was a formality, and after everything they put Janice McNair through in that battle with her oldest son, Kerry, trying to have her declared mentally incompetent so he could take over the team. Thank goodness the judge didn't allow it, and it didn't go to court. And so now she can pass control to Cal McNair, and that's the way Bob McNair wanted it when he died. It was in his will. She'd be the controlling owner, and Cal would take it over. But you can sue anybody for anything, and I hope that's the end of this, what was a nightmare for 87-year-old Janice McNair.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm glad that they finally got that put to bed and the Texans can move on. And, John, they're doing that again. Pretty active in the free agency period. And that team, again, they've done it right. I mean, I love D'Amico Ryans and Caserio and what they're doing and how aggressive they continue to be.
They've signed 13 free agents, re-signed 7 of their players, and made the trade for running back Joe Mixon. And the majority of their free agents are on defense because they know they play this murderer's row of quarterbacks playing a first-place schedule, 5 division winners, 11 games against teams with winning records. And I think in the draft, and I wrote a column today for HoustonTexans.com where I'm writing once or twice a week about I think their first 3 picks are going to be a defensive tackle, a receiver, and a corner. But it, depending on who's there, could be defensive tackle, corner, and wide receiver. And they've stockpiled a lot of former high picks like cornerbacks Jeff Okudah, 3rd overall, C.J. Henderson, 9th overall. They've been bust, and they're giving them one last chance on a 1-year deal, giving them a chance to cash in big. And I like that strategy, but they still need more help on defense.
You know, John, and you think about, you just had 13 free agents. The Cowboys have signed 1 outside free agent. Jerry in his all-in comments that he keeps doubling down on, and clearly his idea or definition of all-in is very different than everybody else's. And I kind of wonder if he's just toying with people now because they do have some sort of plan, you would think. And the idea that all those young players are going to step up and fill roles, some of them might, but will all of them? Chances are pretty good not. But the comments about Dak being under contract this year, locked and loaded. He didn't really say we're going to play it out, not sign him to an extension because Dak is under contract this year. But the narrative took off after the tweet from Ian Rappaport that that rolls the dice, and Dak could become an unrestricted free agent next year. Do you honestly think that Jerry would let that happen?
No, absolutely not. They'll negotiate an extension, and that'll lower his cap figure and won't be the end of that soon because today quarterbacks are playing till they're 40. I don't know why they didn't just come out and say, look, we like our team. Our plan is to continue to build through the draft, supplement with free agents. There's still a lot of free agents out there. Reality is striking, and they realize they're not going to get big bucks. I think they'll still sign 2, 3, 4 guys. But point out, we like where we were. We won 12 games. We want to do better in the playoffs, and we think we can do it with our team. And we have every intention of keeping Dak as long as we can.
I hate to hear that. That's like, oh, my gosh. Okay.
Reinagel is done with that. And here's the question. For 25
you'd rather him go,
probably,
okay, we're going on with Cooper Rush or Trey Lance, and we'll let Dak walk.
Well, no, the point is, John, and I feel this way, and you've seen other players. Look, Dak's a great player. He's a good quarterback. He wins a lot of games in the regular season, but when the bright lights come on, this guy just doesn't seem to have what it takes. And we've seen it year after year after year. And at some point in time, he's had 8 years in the league. When do you get off the pot, so to speak?
Well, say they did that and they let him walk after next year, they're going to win too many games. They're going to be too far down to trade up, get a quarterback. It's going to be a terrible quarterback draft next year unless you want Quinn Ewers or Shadur Sanders, who would probably fit right in there with his ego and his, let's see, showing his Rolex to the opposing fans during games. Who wears a Rolex during a game? But anyway, I think then you go through this trial by error of trying to get another quarterback, and they can say, okay, we got Dak in the 4th round. He was good from the get-go. We can find another one. We don't have to do it in the 1st round. And maybe lightning will strike twice. But I like Dak. If he were out there right now, a lot of teams would be all over it.
Well, that's it. Maybe, I guess it is fair to say it takes 2. maybe Dak is tired of it, would just like to go play for an organization whose fans would appreciate what he is. Because I think for about 25 organizations, he'd be an upgrade at their quarterback position.
One of the things, Mike McCarthy hadn't distinguished himself in the playoffs with the Cowboys, and neither have some other players. But everybody will be so fired up when they go to training camp, and you guys go out there with your little jackets and your warm-ups to wear in August, and people get excited all over again, and as they should be. But I don't watch every game the Cowboys play. I can't because I'm covering the Texans. But boy, sometimes you have to be careful what you wish for, especially when it comes to your starting quarterback.
Well, your Astros are in a dogfight this afternoon, John. Have you had a chance to catch any of that?
I've watched every single pitch, and I'm livid that they've blown a 4-0 lead, which means they can only finish 161-1 if they lose the game.
There's still time.
I was hoping for an unbeaten season.
It's never happened in your lifetime, and probably won't.
Yeah, I don't have many years left. I suspect that's one of the best predictions I've ever heard.
It's what I'm here for.
Well, I think the baby that was born last night will never see it in his lifetime either. So there.
Absolutely.
I mean, but the odds are better for that kid than John McLean.
Well, sure.
Love you, man. Twitter at McLean_on_NFL, and you can read his great work now at HoustonTexans.com. John, always appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you next week.
Guys, thank you very much as always.
Appreciate it. John McLean on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com. We are live in Las Vegas. Circa Las Vegas is where we are right now, broadcasting live as we get ready for Sweet 16 action. Opening day, game's already underway. Astros had that 4-0 lead. They now trail the Yankees. The Rangers start in about an hour over on ESPN AM 1250. We'll talk about it all as we continue on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle with Rob and RJ.
Friday on the Morning Huddle. Congratulations, you made it. Are your brackets intact? Is Connecticut headed the right way? Did Bama do it? What about Cyclones? We'll cover everything that happened and look forward to another spectacular night.
Plus, the Spurs are back in action tonight. Can they win 3 in a row for the first time this season? Also, what'd you do on opening day? We'll discuss at 6 a.m.
World Championship Boxing is coming to San Antonio. Freddie Roach, legendary trainer of rising star Gio Cabrera, will be headlining the boxing event of the year at the Boeing Tech Port Arena. Stars like Justin Figueroa, Shariah Moreau, along with several Texas fighters, are set to light up the ring. Don't miss this epic showdown, Saturday, March 30th. Doors open at 5 p.m. Get your tickets now at dnpboxing.com or call 210-600-3699 for details. Brought to you by Everlast, Quintana Rum, and Desi Martinez Promotions.
When it's time for the March Mania brackets to bust wide open. As I was saying, it's mad. The Mania of March at BetUS.com is all about those buzzer beat bonus offers. And when the madness starts and Cinderella man steps onto the BetUS always has your back with back-to-back 125% sign-up bonuses on your first 3 deposits and even 10% gambler's insurance. BetUS.com Sportsbook and Casino, where the game... Join today. BetUS Sportsbook and Casino, where the game begins.
Psst. Hey, Mark, remember, getting help from Progressive is so easy. You can use the mobile app, chat with us online, or call us. And you pick now to tell me. I couldn't miss Little Grace's ballet recital. Oh, thanks for inviting me, by the way. Did I? Because I'm always here for you. Yeah. I can use the mobile app if I need help. Sorry, you're in my wife's seat, though. Oh, yeah, I gotta go anyway. Tell Grace she nailed her chassé.
Get the help you need from Progressive with our mobile app, online chat, or over the phone. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Folks, quality is a huge deal. It's what I look for when I recommend something to my listeners. It means you can depend on it. Quality means it won't let you down. It's something you can be proud of. Well, that's the definition of a Connecticut water softener. With other water softener brands, you just never know. Maybe they work half the time or they're just plain junk. A Connecticut water softener is up to 80% more efficient than competing models and will be the last water softener you'll ever own. That's because you're buying quality, and it's backed up with an outstanding 10-year warranty, too. If you're ready to enjoy all the benefits that come with quality, bring home a Connecticut water softener. Call the team at Connecticut at 656-PURE or online at ConnecticutSA.com. That's 656-PURE or ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
Macy's VIP sale is here. Use your coupon or Macy's card and take an extra 30% off the latest spring looks from top designer brands. Plus, get 15% off go-to beauty, skincare, and fragrances. Macy's Star Rewards members earn on every purchase, except gift cards, services, and fees. More at Macys.com/Star Rewards. Savings off regular sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Getting your biggest tax refund from Jackson Hewitt can lead to some spirited reactions.
Jackson Hewitt!
Sure, they'll get you your biggest refund that if they don't, you get your money back plus $100.
Jackson Hewitt!
Switch to Jackson Hewitt and we'll beat what you paid last year, even if you filed online. Ain't nothing to it. Switch to Jackson Hewitt and pay less for tax prep, guaranteed. Proof of prior year payment required when filing. New clients only at participating locations through April 7th. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. We've helped over 30,000 families out of financial hardship by getting them out of bad timeshares. If your timeshare agreement goes on forever, if you were told timeshares are a great investment, or your maintenance fees will never go up, you have questions, we have the answers. At Wesley Financial Group, we're dedicated to helping timeshare owners get out of their financial nightmare. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call now for your free timeshare exit information kit. Call 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. 800-761-0000.
Hi, I'm attorney Steve Benke. If you've made the decision to divorce, you need an experienced attorney who can help. I've helped many people get through divorce, custody, child support, and alimony problems. Call me. I'm attorney Steve Benke.
210-DIVORCE or go to BenkeLaw.com.
Got that? It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Maddox. The Blitz live at Circa, Las Vegas. Stadium swim. Our office today better than yours.
No question.
Tomorrow it will be the same.
Same thing.
It will be the same thing. This is a very cool setup that we have as we're here to celebrate opening day of Major League Baseball and, of course, the Sweet 16 action that is going on tonight. If you're not near a TV tonight, you can listen to all the basketball, the college hoops tonight here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. The defending champion, Texas Rangers, you can listen to that game over on ESPN AM at 1250. And, Joe, you think about tomorrow, we'll be back here and enjoy the weekend. So much fun and some of the cool things that we got to do today. If you're, just getting off work and driving home now in the 5 o'clock hour, we talked to Greg Maddox earlier in the show, the Hall of Fame pitcher who was appalled at my first pitch offering the other night at the Harlandale baseball game. I showed him the video. He was throwing out a first pitch here in the casino. I said, yeah, I just did that the other day. He's like, you got video of it? You really don't want to see it. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
he didn't want to see it.
Everybody else was appalled by that too, by the way. I'm just saying.
Well, but it is, I call it is a badge of honor
to have a Hall of Fame pitcher like Greg Maddox to laugh at my pitch and say that's not even a pitch. That was more of a shot put, and it was pathetic at that. And that was a pretty accurate description.
Now, wait a second. So a Hall of Fame pitcher tells you suck, and that's a badge of honor?
Well, I mean, I've got to always look glass half full, don't I?
I guess.
I mean, yeah. Well, what I appreciated is he didn't try to sugarcoat it and make me feel good by saying, well, it was a nice try.
Dude, there's nothing about that pitch that he could even attempt at a positive. I mean, it was just awful from the get-go. So
it was.
It was awful.
It was.
Get-go, yes.
Although it was better than I thought it might be. You know what I mean? But I'm just glad that he wasn't just kind. He wasn't. He's a very nice guy.
Yeah.
First time I've actually met him. But very nice guy. But, yeah, he gave me a lot of crap. And what he said to me off the air versus what he said on the air. But if you missed it, you can check the audio vault powered by AA Best Bail Bonds at sasportstar.com. And you can listen to the Greg Maddox interview or the interview we did with Mike Palm, who is the VP of Operations here at Circa Las Vegas. Because, I mean, obviously, he talked about the greatness that is Circa, but I thought it was fascinating when we started talking about how they determine win totals, especially on that 3-year plan and all the data they use to come up with that.
Yeah, it's incredible, and how accurate they are. That's the other thing. I mean, they put a lot of time, a lot of energy into it, but, man, they're accurate. And that's the thing. What I found fascinating about that, we were talking about the Cowboys win total, 10.5. Is what it is, how it stands right now. And obviously you can bet either under or over that. But Mike was saying it will probably change one way or the other depending on what the Cowboys do in the draft and any if they do happen to make any free agent moves coming up. So it will change in May, different than it is now, depending on what happens.
It will change, as he said, a lot of those will change dramatically after the draft. And then when the schedule is released, they've got totals now, but they don't take huge bets on them because, but they offer them now because people want to buy them. But at the same time, they will change quite a bit with those two events because, I look at 10.5 now for the Cowboys with the idea of what does Vegas know? Because all of us think that, well, the Cowboys aren't near as good. Last year, their win total was 9.5. And they ended up at 12. Last 3 years, they've won 12. Yeah, and I bring that up because, as Mike was telling us, they use a 36-month data to come up with this. And not only for that team, let's say the Cowboys, but all their opponents. And then when the schedule is out, all right, well, that game in Buffalo, now we got to deal with weather for a team that doesn't typically play well in weather if you're talking about, say, Miami. All that stuff will factor in once the schedule is released. We know who they're going to play. We just don't know when at this point.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And, I'm really surprised that it is at 10.5. And I'll be honest with you with that. Maybe they just think that Cowboy fans are silly anyway, and they're going to bet the over just because, well, they're silly. But with all the drama that's been going on with the Cowboys, with the Dak Prescott thing, with Jerry Jones coming out and saying that, we're locked and loaded, we're ready to go, and there may not be an extension with this guy, and they've lost a lot of players. They haven't added a lot of players. I'm surprised it's at 10.5. And if I had to, if it was that you have to bet that number right now, how do you not bet under 10.5?
Well, and again, I mean, could they be an 11-win team next year? Now, last year, I thought they'd go 10-7. That was my preseason prediction. And, so they would have covered that 9.5. But I thought they'd be 10-7. Do I look at them right now and think they're an 11-win team? No. Do I think they're a 10-win team? As I look at them right now, especially knowing the road opponents, their home opponents, and, the Baldinger tomato cans that they're going to have. But when that schedule is released, where are they at? Will they repeat as NFC East champs? Well, that hasn't happened. There hasn't been a repeat winner in the NFC East in 20-some-odd years.
Yeah, it's been a long time. And, I don't know how good Philadelphia's going to be. How they obviously lost a huge piece of their puzzle with Jason Kelce retiring.
Yeah, but they got Kellen Moore now.
Well, I don't care. He doesn't have a center that is as good as Jason Kelsey. I mean, that's a tough guy to replace. That certainly is. And the guy that suffers there the most is Jalen Hurts. So that's going to be an interesting thing. Obviously, they did add Saquon Barkley, so that can't hurt things. And I don't know how good they're going to be. I think Washington's going to be better. They got to figure out their quarterback situation and what's going to happen there. But I think Dan Quinn has brought over some players, and I think that team, at least defensively, is going to be better than they were last year. Now, are they NFC East contenders? I wouldn't go that far, but I think they're going to be a better football team than they were last year.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Yankees leading the Astros 5-4.
Yeah.
Bottom of the ninth inning as that gets underway. The Astros had a 4-0 lead that they have blown here in the opener at home. 3 outs. Let's see what they're able to get done against the Yankees closer. The Texas Rangers come up in just a bit. And then, of course, we've got all the tournament action tonight. And it's interesting. Since the show has started, none of those lines for the games tonight have moved.
They haven't. Not one. And that's unusual in the respect that when we first got out here today, about 10 o'clock this morning, they moved quite a bit, either up or down and back and forth. And it's been steady right now. I wonder if any of those will change as we get closer to game time. First game's what? Clemson, Arizona?
Yeah.
So that's at 7 right now. The Wildcats are favored in that ball game. That one did change early this morning from 6.5 to 7.
Well, and the UConn game was what, 10.5?
10.5.
And now it's sitting at 12.
All the way up to 12. The Illinois-Iowa State game has stayed at 1.5 all day. And I only in the fact that Mike Palms, the CEO here of operations for Circa, told us they're getting a lot of money on Illinois.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see. That's the game I like. I really have a good feeling about Illinois tonight taking down Iowa State.
You know, one of the things that Mike Palm from Circa told us is pay attention to the officials tonight, because if they got a heavy whistle crew, that could majorly impact that game. And, you know, that's something that they look at, obviously, here in Las Vegas.
How does the average Joe know that, though? And I'm talking about me.
Well, it's called research, man. It is called research, or trusting them.
Man.
You know what we do every Thursday about this time?
The Blitz wants you to know what's on tap. Presented by Sam's Burger Joint.
It is time for What's on Tap, brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint. They're online at samsburgerjoint.com. You can go to the website, get your tickets, see their full lineup, and, of course, their menu. Shaker Himes on stage tonight. Tomorrow night, a very good Tom Petty tribute band called the Damn Torpedoes. I have seen them. They are fantastic. That lead singer, scary how much he actually looks like Tom Petty. Matt Kirk and the Guy Farrers are out there on Saturday. And if you want to plan ahead, next Thursday night at Sam's Burger Joint, stop laughing at me.
It's not
I don't know what the hell it is. But I do know next Thursday, my friend Marcy Grace is going to be playing out there. If you want to watch some good local live talent, go watch Marcy Grace next Thursday night out at Sam's Burger Joint.
I want to see Marcy Grace. I'm looking forward to that. Also tonight at a Green Hall, you got Josh Baca and the Hot Tamales. Stable Hall at the Pearl, you've got Bayonne. ACL Live tonight is John Batiste. And San Antonio Homegrown at the LOL Comedy Club. Be fun.
On a Friday night, tomorrow night, Spurs Knicks play down at the Frostbank Center. Ryan Hamilton is at the McCombs Empire Theater. Tristan Mara is at Floors Country Store. Corey Kent is at Green Hall. At the Stable Hall at the Pearl, rumors of Fleetwood Mac tribute band. The Rock Box has This Is What Dreams Are Made Of.
All right, that sounds like fun. Saturday night out at Green Hall, Kyle Mix and the 38s. They're out there. Floors Country Store has Brian Martin playing out there. You want to go watch some soccer action? SAFC versus Monterey Bay FC. That's at Toyota Field on Saturday night. Majestic Theater, Ryan Upchurch, the Tune-In Tour 24. Stable Hall at the Pearl, Monkeys on a String. Now, have you ever heard of them?
No.
Okay. I'm wondering, is it a band or a puppet show? Anyway, go check it out. You can let us know, will you please? At the Techport Center, Fighters First Showcase and Bad Moon Rising at the Bluebonnet Palace. CCR and John Fogerty tribute.
On Sunday, 11 a.m. in the Alamo Dome, Wade Phillips and the San Antonio Brahmas kick off their UFL season. They host the DC Defenders again Sunday, 11 a.m. in the Alamo Dome. Sunday could be a pretty good day. Go watch some football in the Dome, and then at the Prospect Center, Spurs and Warriors, over-under on if Draymond Green gets tossed out. What quarter?
What a donkey that guy is. I mean, even Steph Curry's tired of his act.
They all are. And last night was just ridiculous.
That guy, man, terrible.
What's on Tap brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint. Online at samsburgerjoint.com. You know what else we do every Thursday?
Grilling with the Blitz, presented by Tri-County Meat Market.
It's time to judge meat.
Let's
Joe
judge
Ryan
the meat.
And we will give away a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market. We tell you every week, you do and grill it. You're posting that on Instagram and on Facebook and whatever other social media channels you have. Take those photos, upload them at sasportstar.com, the Grilling with the Blitz page. And man, a lot of great entries this week. And you guys should go to sasportstar.com and just look at what Christopher had on his grill. It only has the description, Sunday dinner. This dude's got steak with some shrimp on it. He's got some lobster on there, some jalapenos. That looked like one hell of a feast that is worthy of a $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market.
Boy, that is, I tell you what, that really does look good. They ate very well on Sunday night at his household. Almost as good as my prime rib.
Almost
as good.
Almost, not quite.
I'm just saying, it was Chris. You're just lucky that I couldn't enter. Or you wouldn't have won. So congratulations for coming in second.
I got to admit, you can't judge your own meat. And
I try.
And it's a fish story.
Yeah.
I try. And you have mastered prime rib.
I have.
You have. And that prime rib you did this week looked fantastic.
It was fantastic, by the way.
But head to head, that photo, that might have edged you out.
I don't think
so. It might have been a photo finish. It might have been a coin flip, and as long as it wasn't you flipping the coin, I think that still might have that there is worthy of the $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market.
I'll tell you what, I made the shot, but Brian at Tri-County Meat Market gets a big assist. I told him what I wanted. He had me fixed up and ready to roll. And that's it. I don't care how good a griller you are. If you don't have good meat to start with, it's not going to turn out well. That's why you got to go to Tri-County Meat Market.
Well, that's what it is. And like for you, I mean, I don't know if I should give away all your secrets, but they even season it for you.
Well, sometimes.
And they will do that for you.
They will.
If you want them to all you got to do is put it on. They'll trim it. They'll do all kinds of stuff for you. Full service over there at Tri-County Meat Market. Astros, did they go final?
It must have. I don't see it. They're out 5-4 Yankees.
Son of a.
Blew a 4-run lead today at home in the season opener.
I got to admit, my first pitch the other night was not very good. Andy Reid threw out the first pitch at the Royals game.
Yeah.
And he didn't even throw it near as far. That was more of a soft toss. But, yeah, I'm in the same boat with Andy Reid.
Well, Andy Reid's about 95.
Greg, he's not quite. Greg Maddox should call up Andy and give him crap, too. That was a lot of fun today. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun here at Circa, Las Vegas. We are back here tomorrow. Rob and RJ get you going early in the morning from the studio. We're live at 2 o'clock San Antonio time tomorrow from Circa Swim. We'll react to all the games that we see tonight and get you ready for tomorrow night's action. which you can hear all the tonight's action and tomorrow night for that matter here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. That coverage starts next.
Riding 410 with the Blitz. Afternoon